CBS FM HD2, New York.
Got the number one pick in the NHL draft, but the men that can't seem to stump. Do something dumb, that's an observation. CLT make them need to run.
That's Lawrence Taylor!
Call them every trash, CMT for short. Wonder if we best once you peep the score. Up at the crack of dawn, top stories of the morning. While you're yawning, grab your coffee, rise and shine with 8:80 a.m. This is Drop Time. We provide highlights from your favorite teams. Got Dave and Rick making plenty of picks. It's Rule 76.
Oh, and here we are. You can feel Thanksgiving. You can taste the stuffing and the gravy. You taste that? You smell that? That's not what The Rock is cooking. No. That's what every person around this country is starting to make the beautiful Thanksgiving dinners.
I can't wait. I mean, I'm excited, and I've actually been eating normally. You've been holding yourself to like less than 1,000 calories every day.
That's right.
You're going to be like a wild animal on Thursday.
I'm going to go crazy. But I'm not starting until football starts. I'm not starting until 12:30 that day.
I feel like that's a misstep.
Unleash the hounds.
I feel like that's a misstep.
No, it's not a misstep.
Why don't you treat yourself to some nice appetizers before football starts?
But when do you think I'm going to have appetizers? In the morning?
Oh, like, I don't know, like 11:30, 12 o'clock?
That's the morning.
Well, brunch?
No.
Like a brunchitizer?
No, I'm not eating until 12:30. I'm going to do a weigh-in. I want to see how much I've lost and how much I can put on.
Yeah,
That's what I want.
Why are you trying to punish yourself?
What do you mean?
Because you're going to feel guilty.
I'm not going to. No, I won't.
Right, because you're like, well, if I put
I've
on
been waiting
10
for
pounds,
this day.
Right, but if I put
This
on...
is like my marathon.
No, I know, but I've been through what you're going through right now.
this.
I know you've been training for this, but this has become who you are now. Like you are on a quest to be a certain weight.
That's right.
So as much as you're going to enjoy Thanksgiving, if you start doing the I'm going to weigh myself game, in your mind, subconsciously, you're going to think to yourself, wow, I really like where I'm at. You know, maybe I won't eat as much, so I'll only put on 6 pounds as opposed to 10 pounds.
No, I'm like, you can't put on 10 pounds.
I don't know. It's Thanksgiving, man.
You can't put on 10 pounds in 2
You got
days.
stuffing,
It's not
you
possible.
got you got dessert. Oh.
Even if you have 5,000 calories, you're not putting on 10 pounds.
Are you not going to? No. You won't put on 10 pounds, but I'm just saying.
And then I'll get right back to it.
All right.
And then I'll go 3 straight weeks of eating at a very, very good level, and then we'll go to St. Martin, and I'll kind of cheat and kind of not. I have a whole plan.
Okay.
And then we get to Jan 1, and we're going to turn it up, because everybody turns it up Jan 1.
Yeah, listen. I mean,
that's the casual.
You're doing your thing. You look great. I mean, I can't argue it. It's working.
It's working, baby.
I don't believe it's the healthiest way to approach things, but it's working.
No, it's working.
You're doing it.
So, yeah, Thanksgiving, we're 2 days away. They said this is by far and away the worst travel week of the entire year.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah. Thank God I'm not going anywhere.
No, I'm just staying right at the house. Forget it.
So we have a busy, bouncy. I like the bounciness of today's show.
I think we have every sport today.
Well, I mean, if we choose to get into the Rangers a little bit, we can. They actually had a win at home last night. It was nice.
Which is nice.
The Knicks go you'd say on the road, not too far on the road, but on the road, and they didn't start out great, but Towns was terrific, and they beat up on Brooklyn in a game you figured that they would and should, and they did. You have the Monday Night Football from last night, and congratulations to Raymond and RJ, and what was one of the worst games I've seen in quite some time, but the Niners still found their way to a double-digit victory. Right? I mean, that was a terrible game. Now. Even RJ would admit that was a terrible game.
Shame on Carolina. I mean, that was not a great version of Brock Purdy last night.
Great version. He was awful last night.
Shame on Carolina for not taking advantage of that. But
well, the thing that I couldn't believe, they had first and goal at the 1, and they roll right, and he's got I thought a clear path into the end zone. He's like, yeah, let me throw it into triple coverage
for an interception. That was nice.
Like, sometimes you're like, boy, that guy was open, and then just somebody didn't see. He was never open on that play.
You also realize just how small Bryce Young is compared to everybody else.
He's a tiny man.
He's not a big man.
No, he's not.
There was one throw over the middle where you know what I'm talking about? I actually noticed he was standing next to, I forget who it was. It might have been an offensive lineman. I'm like, wow, he really is that small. And then there was a play where he throws it over the middle, and there's no one. It's like, I wonder if he just couldn't see that there was no one.
It's possible.
No one over the middle.
It's certainly possible. Then you have the fumble. McCaffrey puts it on the ground, and
oh
guys
my God.
Like falling all over themselves.
What are these idiots doing? What is he doing?
I don't know.
Just lay on it. Tries to roll he spins spin rolls on it. What are you doing?
I don't know. And we have Mel Kiper in his normal Tuesday spot. Mel's got to be all geared up for pumpkin pie on Thursday.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding
Today's
me?
got to be his day.
Who knows, though? Like, you never know.
We got RJ.
Take out the dice, right? I mean, take out the dice with Mel. It could be a penalty thing today. It could be pumpkin pie.
Well, you don't know.
It could be fat-free whipped cream. You have no idea.
Well, I'm confident there will be a tangent, and there will be some kind of a thing he goes off on. I just don't know what it's going to be. We could do a draft in advance to see what it is that's going to anger Mel.
I wouldn't even know what to draft. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a fair point. We have CMT today.
Oh,
which I greatly enjoy. We have more Giants stuff to get into today because the Giants are just the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, we got some Yankees, we got some Mets, we got all of it.
Yeah,
today. Great.
we have everything.
I mean, I don't know if we want to talk about this now either. I mean, it's 6:05. Probably could wait, but RJ did ask me. Ray, you wanna hit up some celebration music? You got anything? What do you got?
What's the celebration music for?
I don't know. Maybe I'll wait for the music.
Did you guys win a tournament?
No. When did I play a tournament?
I don't know. Maybe last night there was a big Monday night before Thanksgiving tournament.
There it is. No, we did have girls and boys varsity doubleheader opening night. Both teams won last night, which was nice. Way to get the season started. RJ, you asked me before the show. A little, hey, how's college going? Uh-huh. That's what you asked me.
I did ask you that.
Oh dear God.
A little concerned about the whole grade situation, how it worked.
About whether you do the final assignment.
Maybe asked a silly question or two. Proud graduate, course 1. What's up?
Big news, Jazz hands.
Yeah, Big A.
How
All
many?
12.
That's not the first thing you've been called the Big A. How many?
All 12.
How many classes do we have here to get this degree in coaching?
Well, this is class 1. I believe I got two more classes.
And then you have a master's degree in coaching.
I'm not sure what I have, but I got an email from my teacher that said your certificate is on the way.
Now, is this a necessity? Like
I don't know.
You're getting this degree or certificate or whatever because why?
To enhance my coaching
resume.
Well, just coaching, just in general. I mean, it's supposed to teach you just how to become a better coach.
Okay. And do you find that you're learning things, taking little snippets and tidbits of things that will make you better?
Am I learning? I guess I'm learning.
That wasn't overwhelming.
Well, but I mean, it's a lot of this stuff I know. I guess it's just kind of like a refresher. More organized, maybe. I guess.
Okay. Well,
it's been good to kind of like put my.
If you're happy, I'm happy.
Put my thoughts on paper.
You're happy, I'm happy. By the way, you came in last place in the picks this week. You went 0-1-2. I went 1-2. RJ went 1-2. Raymond with a positive week. He went 2-1 because the Panthers couldn't cover. And the play that got me crazy was the extra point. They make the extra point. They cut it to 7. I was like, great, they got it at 7. Yep. No, there's a personal foul on San Francisco. Now they go for 2. I was like, now they're never going to get this.
No,
they're never going to cover.
No, just to punish us. Yeah, it sounds right.
So, yep. So those guys win, and RJ's all decked out in his red shirt today, and he's all excited, and he's all happy. Yeah. So don't you see what happens here on the show? Those guys have success with their football teams, and we just continue to be the laughingstock of the NFL, the two of us.
Yeah, that's right.
Every week. You got your coach saying that once the offense and the defense and they figure out a way to win gets better, all of a sudden they're going to be a real problem.
And the mental toughness, all that stuff, once that comes together, watch out.
Once the offense and the defense and the mental toughness comes together, look out. That's when you're going to see the best version of the Jets. And the Giants just, they're there. They just collapse in epic proportions every single fourth quarter now.
Well, don't forget, and once we find the quarterback, like we get all those things and we get the quarterback, now watch out.
But that's like an expansion team would say, isn't it?
Well, I mean, how far away from being an expansion team are we right now?
Not far.
No. I mean, we got 2 wins. I mean, we're one of the worst teams in the NFL.
Yes. I think Tennessee is horrendous.
They may be better than Vegas.
Saints are not very good.
Vegas stinks.
Vegas really stinks. Remember when you wanted Pete Carroll to be the head coach of the Jets?
I thought about it, yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't working out well.
No. Do you think this – it can't help it. Do you think this hurts the legacy of Pete Carroll?
I don't think it hurts it. No. I mean, it doesn't help it, but what do you think they do, though? I mean, is it so bad that they – again, I don't know what's going on behind closed doors, right? And I said this to you a bunch of different times. You know, part of Brian Dable's downfall was hiring Shane Bowen, right? Like, I mean, you have to put together a good coaching staff, especially if your sole focus, or you decide that your sole focus is going to be the young quarterback in the offensive side of the ball, you better have someone that's good handling your defense. Right? That's what all these great offensive coaches do. Like, I mean, you can say what you want about Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh is a great defensive coordinator. Right? And I mean, you've seen this he's got two of his best defensive players standing up in the suite watching the game, and somehow, some way, they still find a way to be a good defense.
Well, that's the thing that's so troubling when you bring it back to the Giants, is that it's like, well, you hear, Paulson Adebo, he can't play, and Deontay Banks, he's not active, and Dexter Lawrence, he's nicked up. Well, how come other teams can do it? How come other teams can score just 20 points, turn the ball over numerous times, a couple times deep in their own territory, and still find a way to hold the opposition to 9? How come other teams are able to do it and the Giants aren't able to do it?
Yeah, I don't know, because the Giants have the second most expensive defense in the NFL. Right? Like, I mean, they have a lot of money sunk into this thing. And for it to be as bad as it is, yeah, I mean, I would point to players, and I would point to coaching, and I would point to the person that's drafting these players. I mean, Deontay Banks is not supposed to be this bad.
But he's unplayable.
Right, but that's not – you drafted him in the first round. So was it, the wrong pick, and he just stinks? Because in year one, he looked like he was going to be okay. Or is it just lack of coaching? Like, they're not developing players. Well, yeah, it could be both. But I think when you go, like, I think there are, just like we've talked about the Jets, as a dysfunctional organization, or whoever the team is. It could be, the Browns or whatever team. It's like you come there's this fork in the road where you can either make the right decision or you make the wrong decision. I think that just naturally there are certain players that I think come to that same fork in the road where it's like, if I'm handled properly and taught the right things, I could go in this direction where I can, continue to develop to the player that I could potentially, I'm like one road goes to my potential ceiling and the other road goes the opposite direction. And left to your own devices sometimes and not really being taught what you should do and what you shouldn't do, I think those guys end up making the wrong decision and, end up not coming close to what they could be as players. And then if you have certain players that you handle the right way that, are surrounded by, a good coaching staff and good veteran players around them, that will figure it out. But yeah, I mean, the fact that you're sitting here, I'm looking at I got over the cap up right now. It says the Steelers have spent $161 million on their defense. The Giants have spent $135 million on their defense,
and that's it. And that's number 2 in the NFL.
That's number 2 in the NFL.
I mean, that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't get discussed enough. I go back to this point, and I'm not looking for anyone to be fired. I'm not like leading the charge for this. I don't understand how Giants ownership can look at Joe Schoen and say, you know what, that's the guy we want to lead everything moving forward. It makes no sense to me.
Well, because I think you would point to a couple of the key draft picks and a couple of the key moves. I mean, the Brian Burns move has been a good move. Right, finding the quarterback. I don't know who you want to give credit. I would give credit to Dable, but, I mean, Shane, I guess, will take credit for that. Malik Neighbors, which is a pick you didn't feel like you could screw up, and that also felt like a Dable decision because it sounded like Shane liked the Dunze. And then you got Scadaboo. Abdul Carter, I think, at some point will turn into a good player.
So we're gonna give him credit for the third pick in the draft, who we think at some point is going to turn into a good player.
Yeah, third pick, sixth pick.
That's where we are.
Yeah, I mean, like, what else? Because I'm with you.
You tell me. You sell me on why he should have this job.
I can't because you get frustrated and you yell at me.
Well, no, I want to talk to you. Why should he have this job?
Okay, so year one, right, was the only year they won, which I could use as a positive and a negative, right? We won in year one. There were no expectations. It was supposed to be a year of evaluation. Salary cap was a mess and everything else. He's done a good job with the salary cap. I mean, that's one thing in the positive. Negative part of that whole year one was, yeah, you won, which is the only time you won, and it wasn't really with your players, right? Like that was someone else's team that you took over.
Right, and you were 7-2, and you finished 9-7-1. But you won a playoff game, so yes, year one clearly a success. Absolutely, keep going.
And then now, I mean,
I want to hear this now.
Well, now negative. Let's go because we'll do both sides here quick. Is the whole Saquon Barkley thing, right? How you handled that from the start to the finish. Was embarrassing. I mean, you told the owner told you if he goes to the Eagles and has success, I'm going to have a hard time sleeping at night. Not only did he go to the Eagles and have success, he went to the Eagles, rushed for over 2,000 yards, and won a Super Bowl. Like, so, not really you want. Xavier McKinney, you had no use for him. Gone.
That's right.
Led the league in interceptions. Not a great look. Evan Neal, not a great look. I would say that the Brian Burns thing, like I mentioned, that's a real positive.
I would agree.
Yeah, I say what you want. I know it's a high pick, but Malik Neighbors feels like he hit on that one.
Okay.
Scatterbo ends up being a good pick.
Very good. Deontay Banks, can I throw that in there as long as you're giving me your resume of good things?
Yeah, I wouldn't put that on my good things. And then most importantly, like we talked about, I got us the quarterback. I got us Jackson Dart.
Right.
And Abdul Carter in the same draft in the first round.
Right. Yeah, you keep touting Abdul Carter.
Well, listen, there were some people in the office, I don't want to name names, Brian Dable, that wanted to draft Jackson Dart with a third pick, and we would have never had Abdul Carter and all those pressures.
Okay, fine, but you make it sound like Abdul Carter is some kind of a heroic defensive player. The guy is, at some point we have to start calling him out. He's not been good as a rookie.
Right, but I mean, listen, if I'm Joe Shane, what I'm saying is, guys, listen, there wasn't one person in the NFL, GM, coach, scout, whatever, that thought that Abdul Carter wasn't going to be awesome. So is it Abdul Carter? Did I make the wrong pick, or is it just not that it's not the right coaching staff?
Okay, so
he's not being coached the right way. He's not being used the right way. Look at my defensive coordinator. I mean, could anyone have success with this guy outside of Brian Burns? This guy stinks.
Well, then what the hell did you keep him employed for 12 games then?
That's a great question. I can't answer that because you know why? Because as Joe Shane, I'm so focused on taking the front office to new heights.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you
You're
have
doing a great job.
You have me. I got one computer guy when I take this thing over, one computer folk. I mean, the guy you had before me was in the Stone Age, and I had to take you and update you to 2025. You want all of a sudden now? I'm not even finished with that now. You want to just jump in the middle? You want to jump into it and ruin all my work by firing me? You can't do that.
By the way, I don't know if you notice this, RJ. I'm sure you do because you always have your tentacles and everything. There's a massive fantasy football game this week. Massive.
Am I involved in it?
Oh yeah.
I got a big one. Is this a playoff implications?
Oh yeah. Me against you.
Oh no.
Me against you. Loser goes home.
Yeah, you can stand in the way.
Winner has I believe from looking at the standings, I believe right now you are clinging to that final wild card spot.
Oh baby.
That's right.
Why don't you lay down for me?
Never.
Excuse me?
Why don't you lay down for me?
Never.
What do I need to do?
Well, I'll tell you. You could tip me out.
I'll tip you out.
Yeah.
That's usually just the start, though.
What do you think?
Like we could start with the tip and then see where it goes. How is it?
Excuse me?
It? RJ, can I ask you a question? Because you're in a good mood because you got your fancy, zip up that's half open. Got your taco meat hanging out. How is it that I'm in the middle of an impassioned Joe Shane keep my job speech, and out of nowhere he goes big fantasy matchup.
There is. I thought it lost some luster. I thought it was done.
Listen, I'm trying to
got
save
more?
my job. No, not now.
You got more? I mean, listen, quite frankly, I was acting as John Mara, and in that moment, John Mara probably like, so listen, fantasy football coming up this week.
I mean, but this is what happens when you have to go through, like, relationship counseling, I imagine. I mean, I've never been through it, but I imagine that this is like Dave's at a dinner party with the Giants, and the Giants are the ones that are, going on and on about, my husband, how great he is. And Dave's like, did you see the Johnsons? They got a new car. That Tesla
the thing is,
cool.
my attention. I think it's perfect for me to do this, and I'll tell you why.
You're disconnected. I understand.
No, it's not about being disconnected. I see things before they happen. If I get bored, imagine what everyone listening in radio and app and
nice.
YouTube world. They're probably they're getting to that point of being a little bored as well. They want to move on, but I do it before we get to the point where like, oh God, please, dear God, move on. I see things before they happen.
Was that your attempt to make the situation better?
I don't know, better or worse.
You're trying to say you're a visionary. I don't know why you needed to do all that.
I'm a visionary is what I am.
So
I see things in advance. I'm like, we got to move on. I'm becoming a tad bit bored right now.
So you, as the Miss Cleo of the situation, thought that the Joe Shane save my job speech would be better pivoted to fantasy football. Me and you, loser goes home.
That's what I thought.
Two teams under 500 battling for the final playoff spot.
Very clairvoyant.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, you want to get back to your Joe Shane?
No, because
hey, let me.
Listen.
All right, I'm ready. Go ahead. I smacked myself
straws.
a few times. I'm ready.
I'm grasping at straws. I don't have any positives.
Because you shouldn't be employed.
Yeah, right. I'm doing my very best to start pointing to positives. There's not many.
By the way, I'm 1.8-point favorites. It's the spread is razor thin.
I mean, how am I fighting for my job? I got 2 wins. I'm 2-10.
I don't know.
What am I fighting for?
I don't know. Doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, it does not make a lot of sense.
But here we are, and it seems like you just might be.
It is what it is. It feels like they've convinced everybody that it's not the talent, it's the coaching staff. So
okay.
We'll see.
We'll find out. I don't know how anybody could sit here and look at the job that Joe Schoen has done and be like, yeah, he's done a good enough job that he deserves to come back next year. But
again, it didn't matter what you thought last year, or what I thought last year, or what the fan base thought last year, or the person that was buying, renting the planes to fly around MetLife Stadium. He believed that Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll should be back, and it feels like, outside of a collapse here where a team isn't competitive, it feels like they should win a couple games down the stretch, that he's going to be back. Unless, caveat here is if for whatever happened, whatever happens in Pittsburgh with Mike Tomlin or one of these coaches that has a job right now that has the gravitas to come in and say, no, I'd love to take the job, but I want to work with my own guy. And at that point, I don't care how much you like Joe Schoen. Joe Schoen's out.
You got to move on. You want to tell me something? Anything?
I do. I'd love to tell you something.
What do you want to tell me? I'm here. I'm listening.
Well, it's one of your favorite things. You can't wait for Thursday. It's Thanksgiving. We all love Thanksgiving. And this Thanksgiving, FanDuel's introducing a brand new way to build a parlay together. It's called Pass the Leg. And here's how it works. You start a group build, add your pick, then you pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. When everyone's done, you each lock in the group parlay with your own funds. Because football, we know this, is always better when it's played and bet together. To make it even better, everyone gets a 50% profit boost to use on their build. So grab your crew, start your build, and get in the action this Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. Visit FanDuel.com/Rick to get started. FanDuel, play your game. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
That's really nice. Really, really nice. Mike Kafka spoke yesterday. We'll hear what he has to say. I got a lovely email. It's Thanksgiving week. We got to get to the baseball. We have to get to the football. We have some basketball. We have Mel. We have CMT. It's a beautiful, bouncy Tuesday. It's DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. During the More to Move You event, get 1.9% financing on a new Mazda 2025 CX-50 Hybrid Preferred or lease for $279 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. Then SN128251. MSRP $36,570. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per 1,000 financed and $12,125.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
Are you like everybody else in the world who has no idea what to get everyone for the holidays? Well, you're in luck. We got you. Hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Because with hands-free Skechers slip-ins, you just step into them and they're on. There's no bending down, no touching, no fuss. Plus, Skechers slip-ins come in everyone's favorite styles and colors. And you can get slip-ins everywhere stylish footwear is sold, including a Skechers store. Or if you're too busy to shop in person, just get them online at Skechers.com, Amazon, and more.
Caffeine doesn't have to be bitter or boring anymore. 5-Hour Energy shots are bringing the flavor and energy. One of my personal favorites, strawberry banana. It's giving smoothie vibes in a compact caffeinated shot. Whether you like your energy sour, fruity, or tropical, with 17 flavors, there's something for everyone. And yeah, it's got as much caffeine as a 12-ounce cup of coffee, but with zero sugar and no crash. Big flavor, tiny bottle, tasty caffeine done right. You can grab yours in-store or hit up 5hourenergy.com or order on Amazon today.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. RJ and Raymond with a victory last night, both spread-wise and with their team winning, or at least RJ's team winning, and Raymond's on the heels. By the way, there is no one, Rick, worse on social media when their team wins than Raymond. Do you see the stuff he spouts out there?
I refuse to say anything negative about Raymond Santiago today.
Really?
Or ever. Yeah, or ever.
Really?
He's a great man.
I agree with that.
He's a warrior.
I'm totally justified in everything I've said.
But Ray, even you would agree that you go on the aggressive when your team wins.
I am totally justified in everything that I've said.
Have you been in touch with former K-Show producer Andrew Gunling, Eagles?
I have not.
No?
No.
Yeah, we don't know.
I don't know that would be a productive conversation.
Yeah, he doesn't need to do that. That's what you do.
Ray says every single game that the Eagles play the Cowboys, they have a battle leading up to that game.
It's stopped, apparently.
Really?
It's stopped, yeah.
Do you think maybe the relationship is slowly dying?
I'm sure if we see each other, it's cordial, but but we haven't talked.
To say if we see each other, it's cordial doesn't scream we're really great friends.
He's got his life, and I'm busy as well, so stuff happens.
I want you to hold it.
Wow. This feels like it's a moment. We should take a moment here. Feels like the friendship of Gunling and Santiago it could be dead.
No, I consider him a friend.
No, I'm sure once they see each other, it would just pick back up.
Cordial.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't know if they were as close as you and Andrew were when they worked together.
I love Andrew.
I know you love Andrew.
Yeah, I'm not seeking him out and say let's go to have dinner together. Not doing any of those.
So you don't really consider him like an inner circle friend then?
No, I don't have many inner circle friends.
Do you consider Rick to be an inner circle friend?
He's pretty close at this point.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if we were just friends and I wasn't on the radio with a microphone in front of my face.
I probably talk more to the four of you than anybody who's not family.
What four of us?
Ever. I'm sorry, three of you.
The three of us. You know what he meant.
You know what I meant.
Jerk. This is why you're not in the inner circle, because you're a bad guy.
I'm not in the inner circle?
No.
Oh.
I am noticing, I'm looking through Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. There is also a Raymond Santiago who's a hairstylist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Does RJ know that guy? Is that how he looks so good all the time?
That might be
considering
the
discussion we just had about hair. I don't know.
Yeah, Rick's hair conversations really venture into some interesting.
It really did, didn't it?
Rick,
and you wonder why I don't show up earlier for these pre-show meetings.
Well, I feel like you get a lot.
Yeah, then you would miss it. I mean, there's a saying that people tell their barbers everything. I mean, for Rick, it's really everything.
I get great gossip.
Literally everything.
Yeah.
I get great.
Devastating news, depending on who you are.
I didn't find that to be devastating, though.
Rick found it to be devastating.
I was like, good for him.
Some people are good at everything.
Yeah, but you want to find you're just hoping that maybe there's just one thing, It's that one thing, and that was my hope. It was that one thing.
Well, sorry to disappoint you. So, would it be strange if we get into Mike Kafka conversation, or is that
no? No, because I'm just sitting here looking through the Giants draft, and I'm not impressed.
Oh, really? You mean the entire draft that there's no one remaining on the team?
I would be. I don't want to go through all of them. I'd like to see, just as a Giants fan, what you think of these guys. But
go ahead, you can ask me.
Well, no, just going back to the first draft. Thibodeau wasn't what you expected with the 5th overall pick. Evan Neal just doesn't play. He's not playable.
Evan Neal was a massive failure.
Wandell's turned himself into a really good player.
Really good, yeah.
Yep, and then you got another third round pick, Josh Azudu.
Oh, he stinks.
Flott's turned himself into a pretty good player.
Yep.
Bellinger's, he's playing. He's fine.
Was it 4th round pick? That's a good 4th round pick.
Dane Belton, 4th round pick.
Yeah, he's got good speed.
Micah McFadden.
Good pick.
Yeah, DJ Davidson.
Okay,
we'll stop at that point, and then 2023.
That's not a bad draft.
No, it's not
the
a bad
Evan
draft.
Neal's,
Yeah, but the top tier impact 5th and 7th overall pick is not what you didn't get what you're looking for.
The only and again, you know how I feel about this. I would clearly make a change. The only thing I'd say about Evan Neal is I think every team around the NFL would have been lining up to get Evan Neal on their team.
Right, but it just again, it didn't work out. Everyone was excited about it. It didn't work out. Right?
No,
It didn't work out a tackle.
just the opposite.
It wasn't the Mekhi Becton story where all of a sudden you moved him to guard and he turned into a great guard. Like he's just not.
No,
he's not playable.
He's nothing. All right. So
and then the next draft is just. The next draft is just a.
Go ahead,
a
give
wash.
it to me now.
Deontay Banks with the 24th overall pick.
Brutal.
John Michael Schmitz in the second round with the 57th
He's actually
pick.
become decent.
He's fine. Jalen Hyatt's not playable.
Stinks.
You had Eric Gray, Trey Hawkins, Jordan Riley. That was not a great draft.
Terrible draft. Awful draft.
This is a pretty good draft for them. Next one, 2024. You got Malik Neighbors, obviously. Had Newman in the second round.
Yeah, he's
Drew
fine.
Phillips in the third.
He's okay. He's good.
Theo Johnson in the fourth.
Yeah, it was a good pick.
And you got Tyrone Tracy in the fifth.
Good pick.
And Muasa in the sixth.
Okay. All right. So serviceable.
So good. And then in this last year, you got obviously you got Carter, Dart, Darius Alexander, who had a big week.
Yeah, a couple of big sacks. Yep.
Scattaboo, Marcus Bowe. So and then you got Corey Black, who's a 7th round pick that ends up having to play.
It feels like it was a good draft.
So not bad. But I think when you look at the players that that left, the players that you brought in, all the money you're spending on the defense, you're 2-10. Defense is really bad.
I think also to miss numerous times on first-round picks is
to have
crushing.
a whole draft. I mean, you've been here 4 years. To have one of your drafts just doesn't even really help your team.
There's nobody on the team.
Well, I mean, they're on the team, but they're just not.
Nobody that you look at and you're excited about really on the team.
No, I mean it's another first-round pick, right? So you have Neal with the 7th overall pick that didn't work out. Deontay Banks with the 24th pick that hasn't really worked out. So, yeah, and then Thibodeau didn't really turn into what everyone expected him to be with the 5th overall pick. He's good, but he's not what you expected.
No.
Like you expected him to be Brian Burns is what you expected.
I mean, you take an edge rusher with the 5th overall pick, you expect stardom, and you haven't gotten that from him.
Right, and then you take someone with a 3rd overall pick that asks for Lawrence Taylor's number and then Phil Simms' number, you would expect him to also be a little bit more dominant than he's been.
We were, and myself included, a lot of excuses were made about, well, he's keeping the edge and he's getting pressure and he's leads. Okay, at some point you need to actually put up something.
Yeah,
you have to get to the quarterback. You have to make plays. You have to do something. And throughout the first 12 games of his rookie year, he's made some plays, but he's underwhelmed dramatically, I think.
Yeah, I would say that's probably fair. Then he ends up getting sat because of missing a walkthrough,
which is embarrassing.
Yeah, but I think the problem with that isn't necessarily that he made a mistake as a young player. That happens. Listen, veteran players do it. Matt Barzell did it. You know what I mean? It's like it does happen. I think the problem that I have with it is more how it relates to what's going on inside that locker room. I got to think that veteran players have tried with him, and then I don't know if it was Tim Hasselbeck who said it. I think it was Tim who said it. Is like at a certain point you're like, the guy doesn't get it. Like I'm not going to waste any more of my energy on this.
Right.
Like if he wants to do his own thing, I can't help him. He'll figure it out. Hopefully.
He's got to. Otherwise, he's going to be another bust from Joe Schoen in the first round.
Right, but I mean, he's got all the talent. That's the frustrating part.
I think he's going to be okay. I don't worry tremendously about him. But was this the rookie season I was expecting?
No,
emphatically no.
No, it was one of the things you were most excited about was the defensive line.
Do you remember when we kept saying? I kept saying it. I'm clearly wrong, and that's fine. And I'll take the slings and arrows. If they can find a way to score 20 points a game, their defense should be good enough that they should win games. They score 20 points every game now. Every single game,
right? Not to mention what they
points.
Right. Not to mention what they scored against Denver. I mean, you put 32 up against Denver. You beat as you like to say, to the Eagles. Which is a really good defense.
Maybe the best defense in football next to Denver.
Right. You moved the ball well. Yes, on Sunday against Detroit. Yeah, the defense has killed Carl Banks. He's dead inside.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame him.
I watched some of these videos with him and Bob Papa.
Well,
and
Carl Banks was such a good, smart, sound defensive player.
Dave, have you seen these videos?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. He won't break down the play.
I know.
That final play, that Gibbs touchdown, he can't do it because he's like, I will hurt too many people's feelings.
I love it.
That's what he says. And he's F-bombs like he can't believe it. I would actually, I mean, that would be nice. Here's what I would do. If I was Mike Kafka, I would bring Carl Banks in, and I would have him break down that play and just go nuts and just start calling everybody
out. I think he
out.
hurt too many feelings, though.
Well, that's fine, but if you give him, if now you're brought in by the coaching staff to hurt feelings instead of the coach having hurt feelings, maybe it hits different when Carl Banks says it to your face as opposed to doing it on video. Like that would be like, I don't know, name the goalie for a team. Like a a great all-time player. That'd be like if Billy Smith. Oh, like if Billy Smith walked into, like if they told Billy Smith, hey, and Billy Smith was my goalie coach, so it's a little bit different. But like if Billy Smith wasn't my goalie coach and I was just playing awful, and then they were like, the coaching staff was like, you know what? Maybe Rick will get it if Billy Smith comes in and says it. It might come, it might sound a little bit different.
But you know what? I mean, you know this athlete now in this day and age. How many of these guys you think be like, who's Carl Banks?
Yeah, who cares?
Well, not even that. Who cares? Like, who's Carl Banks?
Yeah, I hate that. I mean, that's such an important piece of like a good organization is having those, like having your best all-time players around.
Of things, of course.
Yeah, like to know, like, what this. It's the only way. It's not the only way, but I think it's an important way to keep, like, the standard, and the traditions and the culture what it should be. And I always go back to what Candy said. He's like, I mean, this guy that, he won a Super Bowl with the Giants. He's like, I walked into the building and it just didn't feel the same.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's what it once was, which is really sad. ESPN New York Holiday Party, it's back. Both the K Show and DHR are bringing the holiday cheer to your mother's house in Garden City Park, Long Island on Friday, December the 12th. We're once again collecting unwrapped toy donations, which is a really good thing that we do this year to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation. All kicks off at 1 o'clock on Friday, December the 12th at your mother's house, brought to you by Amazon Pickup, Security Dodge, and Spiked Aid. And how about this? If you don't have any summer plans now for late July, maybe you will. Motley Crue is celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Carnival of Sins at PNC Bank Arts Center on Friday, July 31st, 2026. ESPN New York has your chance to score tickets on the ESPN New York app. Find the contest tile, submit your entry. Brought to you by Live Nation. Tickets on sale right now at livenation.com. Let's take a quick break. Come back, hear from Mike Kafka and the callers as well. I see you're lining up. We'll get to you guys. 800-919-3776. DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
The 14th-ranked St. John's Red Storm faces Baylor in the Players Era Festival in Vegas. Coverage begins today at 4:10 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
Why do you go to Princeton Longevity Center?
We go to Princeton Longevity Center because my husband's cardiologist told him having this exam saved his life.
Because somehow 20 turned into 40, and now I need to take my health more seriously. The Princeton Longevity Center designed a program to keep me healthy and active, so 50 and 60 will be no sweat.
Because even though my cholesterol is high, it turned out my arteries are clear. That's a big relief.
Whether you want to make the most of your future years or just want peace of mind, you need the Princeton Longevity Center. Their comprehensive preventive exam combines the latest technology with caring experts to create your personal plan for staying well.
Because I shouldn't have to wait an hour for a 10-minute physical. I go to Princeton Longevity Center because I get everything done in one day and take my results home with me.
Find out why you need Princeton Longevity. Call 888-8000-PLC or go to PrincetonLongevityCenter.com. Call 888-8000-PLC. That's 888-8000-PLC.
At the 5-yard line, handoff Breece Hall, finds a crease, runs left, he's into the end zone for a Jet touchdown. Jets fans, clear the runway and be at MetLife Stadium for Week 13 as your New York Jets take on the Atlanta Falcons. Sunday, November 30th at 1 p.m., presented by New Jersey Lottery. Join us as we celebrate First Responders Day. Don't miss your chance to be at the game. Lock in your seats now at nyjets.com/tickets. Once again, that's nyjets.com/tickets.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Coach Saban here, and let me tell you, every second matters. Preparation is everything, and that's why I trust Kidde Smoke Alarms.
And as North America's #1 home fire safety brand, they're built to respond over 25% faster to smoke detection. Kidde helps protect what matters the most. Find it at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. #1 claim based on total household installations as of December 2023. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidde 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition products.
The post-career day press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hockey fans and holiday shoppers, check out Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from the NHL Shop. Tuesday, December 2nd at Hudson Yards, Manhattan West Plaza. They'll be talking all things hockey.
It's hockey, man.
The excitement of the season, and joined on-site by Rangers legend Mark Messier. It's all powered by Game 7 brands, bringing you closer to the action than ever before. Don't miss Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from the NHL Shop, Tuesday, December 2nd.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. You can smell the turkey and the gravy and the stuffing and the giblets and all the deliciousness that comes with Thanksgiving.
You don't even know what giblets are.
Yeah, but I like the word.
Yeah, but you don't eat the giblets.
What are the giblets?
Well, you put that for the gravy.
Oh, all right, well, whatever.
Giblets, all the stuff inside the turkey that you pull out.
Oh.
And then you throw into the gravy to really
Where do they get the word
flavor.
giblets from?
I don't know. Although Nana Ginny does love the turkey neck.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like the turkey neck at all.
Yeah, I don't partake in the turkey neck. I like the stuffing. I'm here for the stuffing. I want the stuffing, and then I want the dessert. Those are my two favorite things.
They had a big conversation on DHR yesterday.
Well, that's because Hack Rosenberg brought that back from the morning show. They had a cake versus pie, conversation.
I don't even think it's a debate, to be honest.
All right, so turkey giblets.
Yeah.
Are the turkey heart, liver, gizzard, and neck.
So yeah. it's like the unmentionables.
Well, you can eat them if you want, but usually
you can eat the heart?
Yeah, you can eat the turkey heart.
Ooh.
Most people take those and they use
very
them
nutritious
to make the gravy.
A lot of protein in the heart?
There's a lot of people that believe in eating the heart and the liver.
Now you like that guy from Indiana Jones?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, if you eat the heart.
Very
I love
nutrient
the heart.
Very nutrient rich.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not a big organs guy.
No. They reached in and took out the heart.
Yes. Kind of like our football teams do to us on a weekly basis.
Yeah, on a weekly basis. Hockey fans, holiday shoppers, join Don, Hahn, Rosenberg live from the NHL Shop, Hudson Yards, next Tuesday, December the 2nd from 3 to 6:30. They'll be talking all things hockey and joined on site by the legend that is Mark Messier. All powered by Game 7 brands, bringing you closer to the action than ever before. Don't miss Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live Tuesday, December 2nd from the NHL Shop in New York City. So that's exciting. All right, let's get to a couple of calls. 800-919-3776. Colin in Red Bank. Colin wants to defend Joe Schoen. Good morning, Colin. How are you?
Hey, good morning, guys. Super happy to talk to you. I listen to you every morning.
Appreciate the phone call.
Rick, huge Giants fan, Dave. You've upped my fandom over the years, by the way. I try to keep up with you, but it's hard to do. Rick, I love your Joe Schoen, speech this morning. I'm just curious, question for both of you. Do you think he deserves any credit for improving the offensive line? I know that was like our number one issue for almost a decade, and it seems like it's been shored up this season, and I don't hear him getting any credit for that. And I think he does deserve some credit for that.
Well, I think the problem with that is, and I don't think you're wrong, I think my only problem with that is that when Andrew Thomas, who he didn't draft, when he's not on the offensive line, it's not a very good offensive line.
It's not. And you're still 2-10.
Right, and you're still 2-10. I mean, Illuminor's been good at right tackle. But, again, I mean, you were supposed to have drafted your, I mean, your right tackle was supposed to be Evan Neal. Supposed to be we got our left tackle. He's one of the best left tackles in the league, in Andrew Thomas. And then now we got this physical specimen that we'll put at right tackle and we'll be set. And that hasn't worked out. I mean, so listen, I don't think you're wrong, because I think the offensive line has definitely been something that he's focused on, and you saw that in Hard Knocks. But, I mean, first 3 weeks without Andrew Thomas, offensive line didn't look very good at all.
Well, because he's just a different level player.
Yeah, he's that good. I mean, you saw there are a couple plays in that Detroit game, right? I mean, even the block he made on that, I think it was the Jameis Winston touchdown, actually. Right, where it was who was it, Barnes, that Jameis ends up shaking?
Mm-hmm.
But he was his block that kind of freed Jameis up
Yeah.
to end up making the catch, and then Jameis did his thing. But yeah,
No,
you're 2-10.
He's a terrific player.
You're
The offensive
2-10.
line's been fine. The offense has been fine.
You won 3 games last year. You've won 2 this year. You'll lose again in New England, so you'll be 2-11 headed into the bye. Your season was over again before Halloween. You spent the second most money in the NFL on your defense, and you got one of the worst defenses in the league.
The defense allows more yards per carry than any defense in the history of the of the Super Bowl era.
Right, which is something that we were supposed to fix, weren't we?
It was supposed to be.
Right, like in order to take advantage of our, our great defensive line, and Burns and Thibodeau and Abdul Carter, was, we got to stop the run first. If we can't stop the run, we're not going to get, the full benefit of having these guys.
That's right. And they don't stop the run, and then even if they do, they don't stop the pass.
Right, and your back end stinks.
Right.
So, Adebo's hurt, but, was Adebo, when he was healthy, a great signing? No, I don't think he was a great signing.
No, he was not. He was serviceable. But they weren't looking for serviceable from him. You were looking for him to be really good.
Right. I mean, has Holland been a great signing?
No.
Would you rather Holland or Xavier? Would you rather McKinney or Holland?
McKinney.
Right. So,
But he wanted to move on from the other regime's guys and bring in his own guys.
Here's what I'll say. Because, apparently this conversation bores you and you'd rather talk about fantasy football and the spreads and everything else, is I don't think he's done enough to justify bringing him back to work with a new head coach, or to potentially limit your ability to hire the right coach because they don't want to work with Joe Shane. Right? Like, it should be new coach, new GM, and tether those two together, and let's start moving in the right direction.
Listen, you're preaching to the choir. I couldn't agree with you more. But we'll see what they go and they do. Jim in Madison. Jim, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, guys. Thanks a lot for taking my call.
Sure.
Listen, Rick, everything you just said, amen. Okay, there have been improvements to the offensive line. There have been improvements to the offense in general, but the results are still the same. They're constant. They're eliminated by Halloween. I think I saw a meme the other day that they're like 40 and 105 since the boat pick. But I heard you guys talking about Abdul Carter before, and, I was thrilled with the pick. He seems like a defensive phenom. And I listened to all the stats about, the numbers aren't there, but he's got the hurry rate, and he's got the pressure rate. And I listened to that. I'm no football savant, but at this point, it's like, get a sack. And my question is, obviously he's got a full pass for this year, despite how it goes. But how quickly next year do we start to kind of question that pick, especially given Kayvon Thibodeau and how he has been less than outstanding? Does that start to kind of influence, can Joe Shane evaluate pass rushers?
Well, listen, I don't necessarily know if I'm ready to sign on to another year of Joe Shane, to start making those decisions. I think new coaching staff, how they use him, and then you get a chance to see what he's really capable of doing. He's had a couple sacks called, taken back because of penalties. I think it was 2.5 sacks because of penalties, but still, he has not been nearly as impactful.
It's been underwhelming
as anyone expected.
Yeah, he's been underwhelming. But again, I go back to this, and I'm not defending Joe Shane, but everybody loved Abdul Carter. I mean, teams would have given anything to move up and grab this guy had the Giants been willing to trade him.
Right, but I don't think, especially because they came in together, right? It was Joe Shane and Brian Daboll. Both came from Buffalo, right? It seemed like it was a package deal. And then, as we went through this, Brian Daboll wins Coach of the Year. They win a playoff game and everything else, so he gets his accolades. We got into this year where they're both lucky to still have their jobs, and it felt like there was this, and we started talking about it, right? I think everyone assumed last year that if one got fired, the other got fired. And then Joe Shane kind of started distancing himself from Brian Daboll.
Because he read the tea leaves, sure.
Right, and he's smart. But I don't think that you can – I don't think that you can sit here and not put some blame on Joe Schoen for what's going on inside that locker room. They're 4 years into this thing. I would hope in 4 years your offensive line would get a little bit better, right? I mean, it should get better in 4 years. And on top of that, like, you're also, as the GM, responsible for bringing players in that create the culture inside that locker room. So, I mean, it's like the idea that you have, it's not just the coaching staff that lets Malik Neighbors feel comfortable, tweeting what he tweeted during the Lions game, or Abdul Carter feel comfortable being late for practices and meetings and then sleeping through a walkthrough. Like, that's the GM's responsible for that also. Like, you can't just he can't just get away with, oh no, that's not me. I did nothing.
No,
I had nothing to do with
guys
that.
He's putting together. This is his locker room. He's guys.
Right, he's part of that.
Of course he is. Of course he is. Danny, Boston. Danny, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Good morning, gentlemen. I think Shane should be released. Buchanan, go!
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
And there he is. Boy, could you imagine your whole life has just become, no. I make a statement, then I scream Buchanan?
No. I don't love making phone calls in the first place, so.
Imagine that. You wake up, like, hey, sweetheart, what are you doing tomorrow? Well, I do have a lot of shopping for Thanksgiving, but before I do any of the shopping, I got to do the Buchanan call. Oh, we love the Buchanan call.
Right. Listen, I'm not available like 6 to 8.
Right. Because I'm going to be calling various stations doing the whole Buchanan thing. Yeah. Oh, everybody loves the Buchanan. RJ, what is with that guy? You can't figure out the number or where he's calling from or anything? He's a sly one?
Well, sometimes it just comes up as wireless caller. But I'm going to have to really tap into the technological resources now, because when he came back the first time after I don't know how many years, it was almost kind of like, wow, a trip down memory lane. But now it's clear he's back. So
I kind of love him, though.
You've empowered him, RJ. Now he feels like he can get on whenever he wants.
Yeah, he thinks this is the show that I want to be involved with. I'll just so they know, I'll make a quick sports point, and then I'll go Buchanan crazy.
He's really showing multiple looks, too, because I think last time he just went right into it. Now he's beginning with, some kind of coherent point where he's actually listening, doing the work to act like he wants to get on.
Has he ever been from Boston before, RJ?
No, now he's leaving the tri-state. So he clearly, when he left, he clearly reflected, said, what do I need to do better? Because they have me sniffed out. And now we're seeing a new version of him.
Do you feel like he's dominating you?
I mean, right now it's not great. It's not great.
I got to tell you, if he was really smart, and I don't want to sit here and give him ideas, I think he starts going, different exotic places. There's no way he gets denied.
So you're not going to give him ideas, and then you give him ideas.
I'm just thinking, if I was Buchanan guy, and I listened to this show, I would recognize that, hey, we got this, we got the world map. If I start going, hey, I'm a Billy in Iceland.
Is this is Pat Buchanan that he's calling in?
Yeah.
And
I'm never sure.
We're not really 100% sure, but I think it's Pat Buchanan.
Pat Buchanan?
Mm-hmm.
I like to think it's Phillip.
The corner?
Yeah.
From Miami?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That was impressive what you just did there.
Well, that's what I do.
It is what you do.
That's my thing. And tomorrow you'll get to see my thing.
Well, okay, by the way.
Yeah.
Last week was fine. I'm going to need you really to step up tomorrow.
With what?
With what? With Stump Rothenberg. I mean, it's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I mean, you got to get some rest tonight. Be ready to go. Maybe do some studying.
Okay. And here's the problem. RJ's not going to be with us tomorrow. So we're going to have a replacement RJ.
Oh, is he going to leave is he going to leave his list?
I don't know.
RJ,
will you leave the 5-pack?
I can.
This conversation wasn't even on your radar, was it?
No, I mean, I can. I think that the person that will be here is very capable. I know there's been.
No, is it Tom Bauer?
Yeah,
that's what I'm hearing.
Well, no, because last time he ran the 5-pack, it was an atrocity.
Well, I remember that, but I feel like he's learned from that. He's like Buchanan guy, like Bauer.
But Buchanan guy's not learned anything.
No, he clearly has because he's
prepare
getting
to be disappointed.
I think Bauer will surprise you, but I can leave a 5-pack if you like.
No, Bauer had it was a I want to make Dave look stupid, hopefully, edition of the 5-pack.
Yeah, but then he got made fun of for days and weeks.
That's true. That is the risk you run on the show.
Yeah, it sure is. Before we go to break, let's hear from the Giants' interim head coach. Here is Mike Kafka. First, we hear the quick one. Was firing Bowen solely your decision?
I just had an opportunity to watch the tape, look back to make this move.
That was good.
That was well done, guys.
let's start again. I said the quick one, 2 seconds. Was firing Bowen solely your decision?
Yeah, my decision. My decision to make this move.
Okay, so all on him. Now he gets into a little bit more about firing Shane Bowen.
I just had an opportunity to watch the tape, look back at a few weeks, watch a lot of the defense, watch a lot of what was kind of going on, the communication, and just felt like this was the right time to do it. When I got the job quickly, I didn't want to make a lot of rash decisions and jump to anything really quick. I wanted to have some time to sit back, evaluate it, look at it, and kind of figure out what the best thing to do was. So, wanted to be, calculated in how I handled it. And, I thought that today was the right time.
So he needed to see more Giants' failure on defense to really make sure that this was not the guy that they wanted to move forward with, or that he wanted to move forward with.
Well, in fairness, I mean, what he's focused on as the offensive coordinator, right? A little bit different than what he's focused on as the head coach.
I get it, but the defense has been atrocious.
No, at least respectfully, though. I mean, taking the job over. Now you're the head coach. Do you want to come in and just start firing people, or hey?
No, probably not. You probably want to see it with your own eyes from
right. Let's give it a second,
a different vantage point than you want to,
Right, and now all of a sudden, like you're empowered to actually speak to the players, right? Like as the head coach, get an idea. Like if it's me, I'm talking to Dexter and I'm talking to Brian Burns, like the veteran guys in that defense.
From your supposed best players, right?
Yeah, like what's going on here? Like are you guys what do you guys really believe is going on here? Because you guys are too talented to play like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of Dexter Lawrence, you asked the question numerous times yesterday, why was Lawrence on the sideline during some of those long runs, especially that one in overtime?
He was a guy that was battling through this game, this injury, and probably was just toughed it out for us and was trying to give us everything he had. And so the decision was just to kind of play him in like those pass situations, second and longs, third and long, so he can be a factor on a limited snap count. And I thought that was the right thing to do and handle him. And hats off to Dexter for toughing it out and working through that because he got dinged up pretty well. I mean, this guy was like in tears on the sideline, but wanted to be out there with the players and gave us his all.
All right, so there's your answer. He's not healthy.
That's good coach speak right there, baby. I mean, that right there, protecting your player like that. He was so banged up. He was in tears. He just wanted to play. He was battling through it. I mean, that's nice stuff.
Warrior.
Right there. That's just, way to have your players back. I like that.
Say what you want. They played for the guy this past weekend. No doubt about that.
I don't think he's a bad coach. I mean, he's done a good job with the offense. He seems like he's very detailed. Everything we've heard from him media-wise has been really good. Players have responded to him. Jameis Winston says he loves him. So, I mean, again, I just don't know if, like, I have the feeling like that from Giants fans that they just want a clean break. They just want a fresh start.
That's right. As a Giants fan, I can tell you that's how I feel. All right, we'll break. We'll come back. Baseball. It's 2 days before Thanksgiving, but there's a lot of baseball to get into. We'll do that next right here. DNR with you. ESPN New York.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-705-9484. 800-705-9484. 800-705-9484.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
All right, let's see what's happening on the roads on this Tuesday of Thanksgiving week. And here is Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Rick. On this busy, bouncy Tuesday morning, let's see what's happening. Traffic is moving slowly as you head to the New Jersey Turnpike, Western Spur North. It's an accident over in Newark. We're seeing delays on the Cross Island North at Northern Boulevard. It's an accident. One lane is blocked. Eastbound Gowanus slowing down up by 38th Street. Alternate side in effect. It's a gridlock alert day. Sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADebZone.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
D'Agostino & Associates is a legacy firm, and I'm proud to be a part of that legacy. I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and like my father, I fight to get justice for the injured.
The hustle and grit of these streets shaped me. I'm John D'Agostino, and from the concrete to the courtroom, I built this injury firm 35 years ago to get accident victims justice. So call my team first, 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
You want justice? Think Jenna D'Agostino. Think D'Agostino & Associates. Justice isn't just a word. For us, it's a way of life. It's having compassion for your struggle and getting you paid for your pain. Now that's justice. D'Agostino & Associates means being there for the injured.
Seriously injured? Call my team first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there, and I'll be there for you.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back.
Out here, pets are always by your side, watching the herd, running fence lines, or asleep at your feet. Pets are some of our favorite customers. When you bring them along to Tractor Supply, we'll always have a treat waiting. And with our price match guarantee, you'll always get the best price on their favorite food, toys, treats they love, and pet meds to keep them healthy. Tractor Supply, for pets out here.
Clinton Yates here. The holidays are upon us, and so are the savings at Total Wine & More. Discover thousands of wines, spirits, and beers like my favorite, IPAs, perfect for every celebration and every budget. From bold reds to sparklers, you'll find the perfect wines to raise a glass this season. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find only at Total Wine & More. Curbside pickup and delivery available in most areas. See TotalWine.com for details. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
There's a massive fantasy football game this week.
Am I involved in it?
Oh, yeah. Me against you. Loser goes home. You are clinging to that final wild card spot.
Why don't you lay down for me?
Never.
What do I need to do?
Could tip me out.
Excuse me?
I'll tip you out. That's usually just the start, though. We can start with the tip and then see where it goes.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Oh, you want to get back to your show, Shane?
Listen.
All right, I'm ready. Go ahead.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Oh, I see what you're doing here, Raymond. Big fantasy football matchup. I'm excited for the matchup. I'll tell you what. I hope the winner of that matchup goes on a major run and wins the whole thing.
You just hope it's you more
well,
than
of course
it's me.
of course I hope it's me, but if not me, then you.
Well, but
there's nothing wrong with that.
Here's what we need to do, though. We really need to, just like RJ and Ray do with their picks. I think once the show's over, we should get on a quick call and go through it. Which team has the best chance to make a run?
And whichever team has the best chance to make a run, the other one lays down like a dog.
We sacrifice. Right?
Why can't we just have it like of honor? Like whichever team wins honorably, then that team hopefully goes on a massive run and wins the whole thing.
Listen, if you want to be boring and that's how you want to do it, we can do it that way.
I'm fine with that.
That's fine.
I'm fine being boring and bland. I just want to win. That's all I'm looking for.
We'll just play it straight up. Well, because that's what we are. We're men of honor.
Well, I mean, these guys are in the huddled in the back room like, do you like the Cowboys plus the 3 against the Chiefs? Oh,
it's not a thing that happens.
But I'll pretend, when you say it, have real shock and awe on your face.
Right.
Oh, okay. That's what we'll do. They take more than half the games they take are the same games.
That's also false.
I'd be interested to count how many games they've taken that are the same games.
It's unbelievable.
I might do that. I might do that over the break.
I'd be interested to see what your number is. Go right ahead.
Wow, like you get nasty.
Yeah, because he knows. You know what? When you have a kid, Rick, and you've busted him, and you know that and then he goes on the aggressive. That's what's happening here. He knows he's wrong.
That's what it feels
He knows
like.
the amount of games they take that are the same.
Oh,
it's unconscionable.
Got absolutely nothing to hide.
Okay, by the
from
way,
either of you.
All right, time out. I'm not going to go through all of them. Okay, starting week 1, they had one game the same. They both took the Steelers in week 1.
Oh, yeah.
Week 2 also had same game. They had Dallas together in week 2. Week 3, they said, no. One's not good. Let's go 2 of the same games. They both took Buffalo and Houston in week 2.
That's 3.
That's
so 3 weeks in, and they've taken four games concurrently. Go ahead.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Week 4.
What's the record in those games? Just curious.
It doesn't matter.
I can't go back and tell you the record in those games. Week 4, they had different games.
Oh, wow, they're big boys week 4.
I don't have week 5 for whatever reason. Week 6, they had the same game. They both had the Rams in week 6. Week 7, nope, different games in week 7.
Oh.
Week 8, different games again in week 8.
So, all right, so they're playing it legit, straight up, because I thought we were on to something by
and
week
then
8.
Week 9 hit, when they had all 3 games the same in week 9. They took the exact same games. Yeah.
That really is unbelievable. All right, so I can do one of 3 things for you right now.
Okay.
I can read you an email, or I can save it for later. I can let you hear some David Stearns and Brandon Nimmo as a conglomeration, one thing together. Or we can hear, which I think will anger Yankee fans, some Hal Steinbrenner. What would you like?
I think we go Hal Steinbrenner to start
Hal Steinbrenner?
7 o'clock hour.
Okay, 800-919-3776. Here we go, Hal Steinbrenner. Will your payroll decrease heading into the 2026 Major League Baseball season?
Would it be ideal if I went down? Of course. But does that mean that's going to happen? Of course not. Again, we want to field a team we know can win a championship, or we believe can win a championship. We don't know anything in that regards as far as the future. But yeah, it just hasn't changed, which is why, payrolls have gone up probably every year. Doesn't mean they won't go slightly down one year and then up the year after that. I mean, it all depends on what's out there and what the possibilities are and how much I feel, we're able or we need to pull the trigger on those possibilities.
He's very good at speaking and not saying very much.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he doesn't. I'm sure they have an idea of what they'd like to spend, right? I mean, I'm sure there's an idea of what we'd like to give. If we're going to bring Cody Bellinger back, what does that contract look like? Or if we went, if we don't get, Bellinger and we wanted to go, name the player, Kyle Tucker, whoever it is. What do you think it's going to cost to get him?
Right. I'm sure you have a range of what you think these guys are going to cost and what you're willing to go to. And occasionally, like in Aaron Judge, you jump in 11th hour and you go above and beyond your comfort zone. But yeah, they have an idea of what they want to do.
Right. And the beauty of being the owner of the Yankees is, and this is a credit to him and Brian Cashman and everyone else, is that you also have a pretty good idea of how much money you're going to make because you're probably most likely going to be in the playoffs.
But here's the problem with that. He was also asked if he makes a profit, and this is what I think is going to anger the Yankee fan.
I'm assuming you make a profit. Is that fair as well?
No, it's not fair, actually. So
you take a loss?
Don't want to get into it, but that's not a fair statement or an accurate statement. Everybody wants to talk about revenues. They need to talk about our expenses, including the $100 million expense to the city of New York that we have to pay every February 1st, including the COVID year. So it all starts to add up in a hurry. Nobody spends more money, I don't believe, on player development, scouting, performance science. So these all start to add up, John. And if you want to go look at the revenues, you got to somehow try to figure out the expense side as well. You might be surprised.
So the Yankees are not making money, is what I'm led to believe.
Not making as much money as you think they're making, apparently.
Well, I mean, he was asked a question, is it fair to say you're making money? And he said, no, that's not fair. So forget about how much they're making. He made it sound like they're not making money at all.
I got to imagine, though, when you're making $700 million in revenue and you're spending $300, even if you got the $100 million to the city, that's $400 million. Where's the $300 million going?
I mean, I don't know. And I
mean, you got to be making some money.
That's if I was a Yankees fan, what would annoy me is you own the Yankees, and now you're going to lead us to believe that you're not making money. I mean, maybe am I reading this wrong? RJ, do me a favor, play the start of that again. We don't have to hear the whole thing, but just the start of that again.
I'm assuming you make a profit. Is that fair as well?
No, it's not fair, actually. So
you take a loss.
There you go. So am I reading this wrong? Is it fair to say you make a profit? No, that's not fair. He's implying that they're not making money.
Yeah, well, no, I don't think you're wrong, but I also know that having the great fortune of sitting through lockouts and being on the committee that negotiated CBAs and everything else, that when you listen to an owner speak about profit and everything else, you don't. I don't necessarily believe everything that they say, because I got a chance to look at some books of NHL teams that claimed, oh, hey, we didn't make any money in concessions. Well, what do you mean? You didn't sell the hot dog? Well, no, my company didn't sell the hot dog. It was this company. Well, who owns that company? That's my son's company.
Right. You put it under a different umbrella.
Right.
You make money under this or under that.
Right. Who you choose to pay, that's part of your expenses. So, how much money are you making? How much are you paying yourself or this or that? You can frame it any way you want it. Yankees fans don't want to hear. Bottom line is Yankees fans don't care.
No,
you make
they
$700.
And the truth is, they don't believe it. And I don't believe it either. There's no way you can convince me the Yankees aren't making money. There's no way.
Listen, believe it or not, no one cares. You're the Yankees. just like the Dodgers are the Dodgers. And now Steve Cohen and the Mets are the Mets. Steve Cohen is spending every dollar he makes. Now Steve Cohen has the ability to do that because
he's got a lot more money, sure.
Right, like he has another business. This is not his business. This is, as RJ likes to call it, his fun coupons. Like he gets to spend it because, again, and I don't want to get into the weeds with all the benefits and everything else, but like when you own a professional team and you also have other businesses, you can write off your loss, like the losses of your team, against all the money you make in your other businesses. So if his hedge fund makes $1 billion and he's taken a $300 million loss on the baseball team, guess what he gets to write off? The $300 million. So now my taxes on the $1 billion are only from $700,000 as opposed to $700 million as opposed to $1 billion. So I don't feel bad for owners.
Nobody feels bad. I promise you, of all the people listening right now on the app, on YouTube, on the radio, no one is sitting here feeling bad for anybody in the Steinbrenner family. I would ask you this, though. If, in fact, they're not making money like he kind of says right there, why would he continue to own the team? Or why wouldn't he do now what other teams are doing and sell like 10% of the team, have an influx of cash? Well, you know what 10% of the Yankees would be? It would be well over $1 billion is what it would be.
Right, but I mean, and he's not taking a loss, so even if he doesn't make a profit, if you want to believe he's not making a profit, like even if you break even, right, the value of the team continues to go up. So as long as you're not taking a loss, I mean, you're still like, what are the Yankees worth right now? So to your point, $15
billion? What I don't 15, 16,
whatever.
What
It would sell in a minute. Like, I mean, so whatever it's worth. I mean, yeah, if you do get strapped for cash, sell 10%. If that's something that you don't want to do, don't complain about it because no one cares.
Nobody wants to hear
All they
this.
want to know is how are you going to position us to get the absolute most out of Aaron Judge in the last however many years he has in his prime. Because God forbid we waste that, because we already feel like we wasted Garrett Cole and what Garrett Cole was. And now you're going to waste the best player in baseball, maybe one of the best hitters in the history of the sport, because you want to save some money? I don't want to hear about your problems. We all got problems. All I want to know is that we're going to go sign Cody Bellinger. And if it's not Cody Bellinger, it's Kyle Tucker.
And if it's not Kyle Tucker, it's Fernando Tatis. I cannot have an outfield of Dominguez, Grisham, and Judge next year.
Right.
If that's what I'm looking at, then you failed me. And if you can't afford to run the Yankees the way they should be run, then either sell a portion or sell the whole thing.
Right. And if you were so concerned about saving money, don't offer Trent Grisham $22 million for 1 year for a stupid draft pick that no one cares about.
Right. You're 100% right. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, what do we do? You're the Yankees. Act like you're the Yankees, for God's sake. And they do spend money. But it's not the same as it used to be. It used to be the Yankees would spend money no matter what, and they would spend more money than everybody. And they're not that team anymore. Not that they're not in the upper echelon. They are. But you hear from that, this is not, and I know we've said this forever, and it's true, this is not George Steinbrenner's Yankees anymore. It's not handled the same way.
Right, like I told you, and I had the chart, and I'm sure he's responding to, I don't know if it's this chart or if it's what they made in 2025 and what they'll spend in 26 or whatever it ends up being. But in 2024, the Yankees made $728 million. They spent in 2025, this is with payroll and tax, $362 million.
Does that include the $100 million
No, it doesn't, because this is payroll and tax. So even if you want to call it $462 million.
Okay, so you're still plus, what, $250 there?
Right. But, I mean, and the problem I think Yankees fans have is that when you start looking at, like, those are important numbers, but the more important number for me as a fan is, like, okay, so of the money that you're making, how much are we spending? Like, how much are we putting back in the team? And for me and you and every Mets fan, you love the idea that the team made $444 million and he spent $400 million on just payroll and tax. So he spent 90% of the money he made, he spent on the team. The Yankees are down at not even 50%, just under 50% of what they made, they spent on the team.
Right.
And I know different situations and everything else, but here's nobody cares that you have to pay the city $100 million. Like, that was you decided to do that. You wanted to
build a new stadium.
Beautiful brand new stadium. Great. Awesome. Like, now you're going to have to pay for it. Fine. I mean, you can't. The fans, that place is always full.
You're always competitive.
Supports the team. Always, like, I mean, the fan base they do their part, right? The fan base does their part. They don't want to hear about, how much money you have to pay to the city and all your other expenses. They don't care about that. They care about winning a World Series.
Which you haven't done in quite some time now.
And so, I mean, if you are trying to, like, maybe spend a little bit more or not spend as much, how exactly are you going to put this team in the same competitive I don't know.
Stratosphere. I know what you're saying.
I was going to say stratosphere, but it didn't sound right. As the Dodgers.
Well, you're not.
Like, I mean,
that's the answer is quite simply you're not. You're not the Dodgers. You don't have the same money as the Dodgers. You can't afford the same players the way the Dodgers can. And on top of all of it, the Dodgers were wildly creative where now they don't even pay their guys for a decade plus.
Right. So, but I just don't like even if you get Bellinger and bring Bellinger back, I mean, add a starter and clean up your bullpen. Is that still? I mean, is that good enough?
Probably not. I mean, is it good enough to win the division? Good enough? I mean, could be. Is it good enough to win a round or two or go to the World Series? Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, the problem, though, is now that Toronto's had a taste of this, you know how much money the people that own that team are worth. Or the corporation that owns that team is worth. Right? I mean, they've been dying to spend money.
Mm-hmm.
No one wants to take it. Now, Vlad Guerrero took it. We'll see what happens with Bichette, but I mean, they're in on Kyle Tucker. Like, they're willing to spend it.
Well, you hear they're in on Pete Alonso, too, if the Mets decide to move on from him.
I mean, is it enough to win the division? They're not as good as Toronto right now, so probably not.
They were not. No. I mean, listen, is Boston trending in the right direction? Absolutely. Tampa, maybe they're kind of in a reset mode, but they're always a pretty good team. Baltimore, I mean, I don't know. They don't make much sense to me. I thought they'd be more involved in spending money.
It sounds like they're
going
to spend more money this offseason,
yeah. But, yeah, I don't know how you could look at the Yankees and feel great about it.
Listen,
I don't know. I mean, RJ, you tell me. You look at the Yankees, you're like, yeah, I mean, we're in this to win it? Is that how you feel? You feel good about hearing Hal Steinbrenner say these things?
Well, I think two things can be true. One, no, hearing him talk yesterday, it doesn't inspire confidence. But I also don't, maybe I'm naive, I don't think they're going to go down in payroll, especially with a work stoppage looming. So you're basically willing to punt on possibly, let's even play the game out and say maybe there's no baseball in 27. I think there will be at some point, but so you get next year with Aaron Judge. And then what happens after that? We don't know. So this could be one season for the price of two, essentially, because you don't know what's going to happen after that. But what annoys me personally most is that they refuse to just accept and run with the identity, as of late, of what they really are. Everything here is expensive. You cannot go to New Yorkers or people in the tri-state and talk about how expensive your bills are when you're the Yankees. People want you to be the big bully. That's why we love the Yankees. No one's looking to be the Rays. I don't care. If you need to outspend your mistakes, then outspend your mistakes. You make mistakes and go spend more money to get out from under them. Be the big brand, the big bully that the Dodgers are.
They're not, though.
No, they're not. But they were. I think it's the unwillingness to accept
to lean into that.
Yeah, that you're like. It's almost like they glean some kind of happiness off. Well, look at. We don't need to spend like the Dodgers. Who cares if you do? If you win like they do, you know what the Dodgers did that they deserve a lot of credit for? There's many things. When they got Ohtani, they unlocked the pathway to an entire country of talented baseball players.
Mm-hmm.
And you could say, and I've said this, well, Ohtani didn't want to come to the East Coast. He didn't want to be a Yankee. You know who else didn't want to be a Yankee once upon a time? CC Sabathia. And what'd you do? You kept upping your offer until you found a way to get him. If you had gotten Ohtani, you could have had Yamamoto.
Mm-hmm. And Sasaki.
This could be you. It could have been.
That's right.
But would you have been willing to spend to get those other two guys, too? I don't know.
We'll never have that answer. All we know is that the Yankees, they operate differently than they once did. So let's leave it at this for now. We'll open up the phone lines, 800-919-3776. Are we wrong? Do we hear Hal Steinbrenner? And it's like, no, guys, you're reading the room incorrectly. I don't think so, but maybe the Yankee fan feels like that. Or maybe the Yankee fan hears that and they're just furious about it. No, you're wrong, John. We're just not making money. 1-800-919-3776. And we'll hear a goodbye from Brandon Nimmo and hear what David Stearns has to say as well. A lot going on. Busy Tuesday. 800-919-3776. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
John Ryan.
Yeah, Dad.
I think I came up with a killer slogan for our law firm. D'Agostino and Associates, bite back.
Bite back?
Yeah. When someone hurts you, you bite back. We'll be the law firm that bites back.
Dad, that's brilliant. Accident victims, call D'Agostino and Associates and bite back. Hey, we could even put a big vicious dog on billboards everywhere.
Yeah, and Rottweilers on buses.
Hey, how about a toll-free number?
What are you thinking?
You know, like 1-800-BITE-BACK.
1-800-BITE-BACK. That's brilliant.
But what if people hear fight back?
Easy. I'll spell it out for them, like 1-800-BITE. Back. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Love it. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
All this talk about biting back got me hungry.
Me too. Want to grab lunch?
Sure. Hey, how about a jingle?
You mean like
D'Agostino, law, bite back.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees. It should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee, included with every tire purchase with paid installation. You'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee, only at Midas.
Your fantasy roster is set, the smack talk is heating up, and this season ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sportsbook for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook, download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
All right, DNR with you. Money, 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 money. But by the way, just to revisit this, Hal Steinbrenner is trying to tell us the Yankees don't make money? Is that, I mean, are you kidding me?
Well, he didn't say that they don't, but it's not safe to assume that they do make money. They have bills.
Well, he said, is it safe to assume you're making money? He said, no, it's not safe to assume that.
Yeah, but he didn't state that I'm losing money.
So what, they're treading water?
Maybe breaking even?
Come on.
No, they made over
You believe that for
you
believe for a second
No.
the Yankees' bottom line is just zero?
No, I don't. And I also know that, there are, big corporations that have, creative ways to show you how much money they make. Or how much money they still make but didn't make as much as they made the previous year. All right, we made $700 million this year. We only made $500 million the year after. Well, you still made $500 million. No, we lost $200
We lost
million.
$200 million.
No, you didn't. You
Right?
just didn't make
But that's how
700.
people like that think.
Right, but no one. It's to RJ's point. It's RJ takes Ange and Antonio to the game. The amount of money he's spending on tickets. You go buy a $17 beer. You pay $50 for parking. It's expensive. We understand that there are things as a fan you have to pay for. You don't like it, and there are also things I'm sure as an owner that you have to pay for, like the $100 million bill that you have to, even during COVID, you have to pay to the city.
Well, then you know what? Then don't build a new stadium. If you build a new house and you're living in this new house, are you going to pay the mortgage?
No,
yes.
Listen, nobody wants to hear wealthy people complain about paying bills. Nobody. You know how expensive my private jet is? No, I don't care how expensive your private jet is.
Nobody cares. Nobody wants to hear it. And you know what? And like I said in the last segment, and I'll say again, if you're that strapped for cash, you have two options because teams are now selling off pieces. So you need an influx of money, sell 10% of the Yankees. You still control it, you still run it, and you get well over $1 billion. Or if it's such an awful, you're breaking even or you're losing money, then sell the Yankees.
Right, but you're not even, it's not even that you're breaking, you could say that you're breaking even, which is fine. And that's why you don't want to spend money. But at the same time, you're making money because the value of your franchise keeps going up.
We know they're not breaking even. We know that they're making money hand over fist. Do they think that we're stupid?
But not even that, though. Even if they weren't making any money and they were breaking even, nobody cares. It's tone deaf. Because everyone has. You live in the city. You're a Yankees fan. Going to Yankee Stadium, it's expensive. It costs you a lot of money.
How much do you think it costs? And baseball is 81 of these home games to bring a family of four to a Yankees game. Tickets probably $300-$400. Now you got to pay for parking. You got to get food. You're probably looking at $700 to go to a game, maybe even more.
Yeah,
and he's going to sit here and say they're not making money. Come on, man.
Right. And on top of that, now I got to pay for streaming services now to watch the team, watch the team on TV and everything else that I got to do.
I mean, how many different platforms? I mean, you do know that the Yankees opening day game is on Netflix next year, right?
Great.
That's
awesome.
that's the only place you'll be able to watch it is on Netflix.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't care what the team is, right? If you're a Pittsburgh Pirates fan, Pittsburgh Pirates fans don't want to hear about how much money you're not making.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. It's the reality of it, especially as a Yankees fan when you're looking at. You're looking at a team in your city now that's doing it. Like, it used to be who you were. It's not anymore. So, I mean, the Dodgers are doing it, the Mets are doing it, and you're not. And, the Dodgers are winning World Series. Mets are a mess. We understand that, but still. And Yankees haven't won one since 2009.
Which is a long time.
For a Yankees fan, that's a really long
time.
It
is. I think it's the longest they've ever gone without winning a World Series. It's not like they're there every year and they're losing in the World Series. I mean, they were beaten up by Toronto. And again, I'm not making excuses. I mean, they're functional and they're competent every single season.
Right, but here's what bothers me though. If I'm a Yankees fan, I feel like we've had this conversation so many times just because it's not run like the Yankees fans experienced under George Steinbrenner when his whole philosophy was like you got to spend money to make money, and if I want to go get something, I'll go get something. And it's a little different. I will say that just because there are other teams that can compete with you now financially. Like if I offered Juan Soto $760 million before, like how many teams can offer him $765 with incentives? Not many, but we could, and we got Juan Soto. Is like if you're going to self-impose, like if you want cost certainty, which I think every business wants. Like I want to know I'm going to spend this much and I'm going to make this much. So I know at the end of the day that, I'll have however many $1 million it is where this is what I've made. If $300 million or whatever the number is the max of what you want to spend, and that's like a self-inflicted, hard cap for you, then spend the money better. Don't go pay Trent Grisham $22 million.
Right.
Right? Like, I mean, so like if you're going to put a cap on yourself, now your GM better get smart and spend the money the right way.
Right. You're right. If you're going to have a self-imposed salary cap, then you have to be smarter about the way you're going to spend the money. Because the Yankees used to be able to kind of eat their mistakes. Well, we spent this much on this guy. It's not worth it. We'll eat that contract and we'll move on and we'll be fine. And they don't do that anymore. Another one from Hal. Would you be in favor of a salary cap?
Look, I don't feel like I'm in a position right now, research-wise, knowledge-wise, to answer that question. We'll always be among the highest, payroll-wise. We always have been, always will be. Look, there are groups of fans out there in different areas, including my hometown here in Tampa, that come to, and I've addressed this before, come to spring training games thinking their team has little chance of making the playoffs, or at least little chance of making it deep into the playoffs. And those fans would argue that that's not good for baseball as a whole. And it's a valid argument. Whether it's true or not, it's a valid argument. So that's about all I got for you on that.
They compete every year. There's other teams that have no chance any season. So you're in that range, that's for sure. But, I mean, there's teams that spend more money than you now.
Right. Here's the other thing that I don't know if I like. If I'm a Yankees fan, I know I don't like it. Like, as a Mets fan, when we get to this eventual work stoppage or potential work stoppage, and we're bringing up salary caps and everything else, as a Mets fan, I don't want to hear my owner supporting a salary cap. I don't. Like, my greatest strength is I can spend more money than anyone else. I don't want you to say this is the max. I don't want that, because I want to be able to get creative. I want to be able to do certain things that I won't be able to do with a salary cap. The fact that Hal Steinbrenner would support a salary cap, as long as there's a floor, as long as there's a floor to it, isn't something as a Yankees fan that I'm.
Well, now you're bringing all of the lesser teams right into your area.
Right? Is it better for baseball? Yes, but it's not better for me. I want to be one of the haves. Right? I don't care about the have-nots. They can choose to spend as much money. I don't care about Pittsburgh's fan base or Miami's fan base.
And he's sitting here comparing himself to the Rays? That's what we're going to do?
Yeah, I don't. It's just like, I mean, Raymond said during the break. It's just, it feels tone deaf. Especially when you have a fan base right now that is not overly happy with how things have, I think, angry with how things have gone.
Yeah, and I understand why they would be angry. And again, the Mets are a disaster. Last season, they were a joke. It was an embarrassment. But the one thing you can say is at least they spend the money, right? Money's not going to stand in the way of the Mets trying to have success. I mean, locker room chemistry, bad trades, bad signings, those things might. But money will not stand in the way of the Mets having success.
No, it doesn't feel like it. I mean, it hasn't. We haven't had success, but it hasn't stood in the way. I mean, 765, perfect. What else do you need?
Right. Like as a Mets fan,
whatever.
you can't sit here and come like, oh, man, we don't spend money on this or that, or we penny pinch here. No, you spend money.
Frankie Montas, $17 million, we'll eat that. See you later.
That's right. I mean, Robinson Cano, we'll eat that. Get out of here.
So, I mean, yeah, like if you're a Yankees fan right now, I can't imagine that you liked a lot of what you heard.
I think they're angry, and I understand why they'd be angry. Let's go to Rob in Monmouth. Rob, you're on ESPN New York. How you doing, bud?
Good morning, gentlemen. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody and all these families.
Same to you, Rob. Same to you.
Yeah, we love you guys down here in Monmouth. So, Rick, I think you hit on something that's real important. The first point is nobody wants to hear this. As a Yankee fan, lifelong Yankee fan, I don't want to hear your excuses. I understand that the Dodgers corporate structure is set up differently. We don't need to go into that. They can kick the curb. They can kick the can down the road there. But if the Yankees own the concession and the parking around the stadium, they got a lucrative deal to put that stadium up in the first place. I don't want to hear Hal Steinbrenner crying or making innuendos about they don't have money. Do me a favor, stop your belly aching, shut up, and give these Yankee fans, give us what we deserve. Here's the irony of it all. The Yankees have become the Mets when it comes to their finances, and the Mets are being the bad boys and the bullies on the block, spending money left and right. And I'm done with it. I'm done, guys.
Yeah, the thing is the Mets can't figure out how to do it properly and turn it into, continued sustained success. But you're right. I mean, if the Mets can ever figure that out, you're going to have a major problem on your hands in the city.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have an owner, with Steve Cohen, this is not his business, right? Like he runs it like this is fun for him.
Right. He runs it like he's a fan.
Right. Like in the money, listen, it's not unlimited money, right? It's not. We all understand that. But, I think there's a willingness from Steve Cohen to spend whatever it takes to try to figure this thing out. And then you'd like to get to a point where you're so well run, right, that I don't have to go out and start, spending, $700 million on free agents when I have the ability to draft, develop, and bring in young players. Listen, the emergence of Nolan McLean. Now, I think everyone wants Skubal, and I think that if that deal made sense, of course you'd want Skubal, and you can get him, sign an extension, and great. It's awesome. But like at a certain point, like that's not a great way to build your team, right? Like just chasing every high price free agent in the market.
It can't be the only way, right? You still have to have some moderately low price players as
right,
well.
You're not spending you're not going to spend $500 million on your roster. Like you're going to have some young players that step up, right? Like, I mean, you're going to have someone that, like a Nolan McLean step up that you're not paying a lot of money for, a position player that you're not paying a lot of money for, because you're paying Juan Soto what you're paying him, and you're paying Scuba what you're paying him. It's just like, I mean, there's no cap, but there is a certain amount of money that they're going to spend and not spend.
Right, you can go crazy, but you can't go that crazy.
Right, and how creative you want to get. Like it was like and again, I don't think they were going to get Ohtani. But the idea that Ohtani deferred $680 million,
that's crazy.
I mean, and then unlocked Japan for the Dodgers is, I mean, a huge piece of their success. The Yankees had the ability to at least try to get creative like that, where they wanted to defer money. And the fact that Ohtani's doing it now, I mean, they consistently win. It's L.A., the weather's great. And you got other guys that just want to be a part of it, so they're deferring money.
Yeah, and by the way, they've won 2 times in a row.
Right, but it's also like, look at the level of player. Once you get past the superstar, once you get past the Ohtani, the Betts, and the Freeman, like look at the level of player compared to the level of player that the Yankees, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they have the Will Smiths and the Muncys and the
Teoscar Hernandez
of the world. Yeah, of course. I get it. And their bullpen was a wreck this postseason. They had nobody in the bullpen. And last year they had no one in the starting rotation.
Well, now look at the rotation, though. Yamamoto, you got Blake Snell, you got Glass now, you got Ohtani.
I know. It's crazy. And you move on from Kershaw, and I'm sure they'll spend that money wisely. Game Time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, that's when it's Tully time. 4:30 today, St. John's takes on Baylor out in Vegas, and that's it. That's Game Time brought to you by Tullamore Dew. The original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. You wanna sing for me?
You going to give me a little beat or what? I like that. The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Yes, it is. This time there's not one, two racers. And it makes all for one amazing holiday gift. The 2025 Stock Car Racers are loaded with action-packed features. You got 67 animated lights, 5 realistic sounds, and a pullback motor. They're available exclusively at HessToyTruck.com for only $49.99. And that comes with free shipping, standard shipping, and batteries. Don't have to worry about the batteries. They're included. So don't wait. Get your 2025 Hess truck now and make the holidays more memorable than ever.
That's nice. I might buy you a Hess truck.
My kids get a Hess truck every Christmas.
I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, let's take a break. Come back. We got Mel Kiper. We have CMT. We have your calls on the Yankees. We'll get into the Mets. Haven't even touched on the Knicks and the Nets. I told you, it's bouncy. It's DNR with you, ESPN New York.
The 14th ranked St. John's Red Storm faces Baylor in the Players Era Festival in Vegas. Coverage begins today at 4:10 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
This Thanksgiving, FanDuel is introducing a brand new way to build a parlay together. It's called Pass the Leg. Here's how it works. Start a group build, add your pick, then pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. When everyone's done, you each lock in the group parlay with your own funds. Because football is better when it's played and bet together. And to make it even better, everyone gets a 15% profit boost to use on their build. The Chiefs are in Dallas, so maybe you'll like Mahomes and the over on passing yards. The Ravens hosting the Bengals, so you wonder, will Derrick Henry find the end zone? Grab your crew, start your build, and get in on the action this Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. Visit FanDuel.com/K to get started. FanDuel, play your game. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Problem with a gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
On the golf tee, it's Skechers World Champions Cup. Watch it live December 4th and 5th on ESPN and ESPN Plus, 12 to 4 p.m. It's PGA Champions Tour golfers from all over the world. Team USA versus Team Europe versus Team International. Watch it live December 4th and 5th on ESPN and ESPN Plus, 12 to 4 p.m. The competition will be tense, but feet will be comfy. Tune in to Skechers World Champions Cup. Final round of golf on Sunday, December 7th on ABC, 1 to 5 p.m.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
ESPN New York is throwing a holiday party you don't want to miss. Join us Friday, December 12th at your mother's house in Garden City Park. We'll be broadcasting the Michael K. Show live from 1 to 3, followed by Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg from 3 to 7, all while supporting a great cause. Bring a toy to benefit the Garden of Dreams Foundation and help make the season brighter for local kids in need. It's the ESPN New York Holiday Party, Friday, December 12th, brought to you by Spike Day, Security Dodge, Amazon Pickup, and ESPN New York.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. We roll along on a Tuesday, the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and you get ready just to eat yourself into really like a food coma. I guess what will happen. RJ, the way you love, absolutely adore Halloween, that's what this is for me. This is the grandest of all holidays because it's an eating holiday. And I think that's what separates this one from the others. That's just my opinion. But you can think what you want. 800-919-3776. So we're going to get it to CMT in just a couple of moments. We're going to have Mel Kiper Jr. join us right after that. Got a lot of NFL to discuss with him. Dante Moore put on a good performance. Mendoza was off. Have you noticed the college football this week, by the way? It's all the teams that could potentially lose, it feels like they're already locked in. Like if Ohio State loses to Michigan, doesn't really matter that much. They're going to be in. Indiana, they're not going to lose, and they're in anyway. Texas A&M plays a tough team in Texas, but doesn't matter because they're going to get in anyway. Like it feels like everything's kind of locked in already in college football.
It was Wake Up Barstool I was watching yesterday, and they have Gruden on. So it was Gruden and Greg Olson.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that Dave Portnoy is he's Michigan, right?
Michigan, right.
And so it's the Michigan-Ohio State thing. But Gruden was like, it doesn't matter anymore. Like, I mean, Ohio State is going to be in the college football playoff.
Right.
So it doesn't really, it matters for Michigan because if Michigan wins, but.
Well, Michigan can still get in. But here's the thing. You say it doesn't matter, but they hate each other.
I understand that, but the whole point was, like, even if Ohio State loses, but goes on to win the national championship.
They lost last year, they won the national title.
Does it matter? I guess it does a little bit because in a perfect season you want to beat Michigan and then win the national championship or vice versa. But like in the grand scheme of things, if I told you had to lose to Michigan but you win the national championship.
It's funny. I was asking my boys that question. I was like, if you were a fan of Michigan or Ohio State, would you take a loss to Michigan but now you win the national championship? They're like, obviously. I was like, I don't know that Ohio State fans agree with that. I don't know that they all would sit here and say, yeah, I would take another loss to Michigan. They've been owned by Michigan.
Right, I think the last, 4 times they've lost to Michigan?
They lost 4 in a row. They've lost games that they had no business. Last year, they had no business losing that game. Michigan had no quarterback.
Right, but who cares?
I think they care.
Listen, if now, Michigan, Ohio State is not the same as Boston University versus Boston College. I understand that. One's football, one's hockey. I understand that. But it's like the level of hatred when you get to the school is real. Like, you can feel it. If you told me that during my freshman season, we lost every single game we played against BC, including the Beanpot game, but won the national championship, Give me the national championship.
Yeah, I understand that.
All
And that's
day.
what you think would be the easy answer. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I just think that game is so enormous that to lose that game leaves a real mark on your season, even if you win the national championship.
Right, because, I mean, those people, whatever the school is, will say, hey, you know, I mean, you might have beat all those other teams, but you didn't beat us.
Right. I mean, they planted the flag last year at Ohio State.
I get it, man.
Oh.
I mean, those rivalries are real, man. And it's just the second you walk in the building.
You ever see
HBO
did a great documentary years ago. I think it's still relevant. Ohio State, Michigan, and how like you're born into this hatred for the other one, and they border each other, and there's like towns that they don't talk during these weeks. It's wild the amount of dislike there is.
Yeah. So my next door neighbor, great tennis player, awesome, and his whole life he's just like he's dedicated to like homeschooling the whole thing. Just because
currently your next door neighbor.
Currently, yeah.
Okay.
He wants to play. He wants to play tennis. And he's done everything, him and his dad, the training, all the different things. And he finally just committed to Michigan.
For tennis?
For tennis.
Wow.
So that's one of the things that he's most excited about. Obviously the tennis part, but the whole idea. And I was telling him, because I lived in Ann Arbor for a couple of years, like wait till you see what it looks like on a Saturday for a home Michigan football
It's 106,000 people.
It is unbelievable. I mean,
so you've been to the big house?
Yeah, a couple times. I got when I was being recruited by. This is when Charles Woodson was on Michigan. I got to watch Michigan Notre Dame on the field.
Wow,
it was unbelievable.
I've never been to like a massive college football.
You should do it. Yeah, you should.
I've never been SEC. I've never been to Ohio State.
It's an amazing experience, man. It really.
You know
is.
who I feel would love this, and I don't know that he has either. RJ, have you ever been to like a big time college football game?
No, I haven't. I've only gone to a handful of Syracuse games, but that is not the environment.
You haven't been to like the Big House or Columbus or.
You guys want to go to an LIU game?
Something.
I think. No. I mean, sure, but
I didn't hear what you said.
He wants to go to an LIU game.
It's right down the street. Take you guys.
Oh yeah, we know it's right.
The one that I kick myself over because it's so close, and we kind of forget about it. Is I ask myself sometimes, why have I never gone to the whiteout game at Penn State?
It's not that close.
No, but it's not that far.
It's not that bad, though. I would do that. RJ, I would take the ride with you if you want to do
here
that.
We go.
No, I swear to God. I'm dead serious. Because I've driven by that a couple different times for hockey tournaments, and I always said the same thing to myself. I've been to games before.
Right, I'm looking up. I'm on Waze, Penn State.
Like I've been to I got to go to a Notre Dame game and watch that on the field. That was awesome.
I know what you mean too, because I've driven down that highway, gone that way, and the stadium just rises like out of nowhere, and it's the only thing that you see. It's like, why have I never gone there?
So RJ, think about how much
we have
time
4
we
hours.
RJ, think about how much time we'd have for activities if it was a night game too, RJ.
Oh,
well,
that's not bad. We could definitely do that.
The daytime activities have to be those are tests. Those are hurdles.
Yeah, I'd love that. I'd also like to go to a Buffalo
We won't do
Bills
this,
game.
but here's what I suggest. In the fall, we head down on a Friday. We hang out Friday night. We tailgate Saturday morning. We go to a game, and then we come home.
I love it.
I mean, it'll never happen, but in theory, it sounds terrific. Because we don't do that stuff.
Yeah, it's one of those things that we'll talk about. But
Right, you agree, right? Like it sounds great, but this will never happen.
We'll never actually execute it. No.
All right, here's what we do, okay? Because I'm all in for this. Call Gary, because there's no way we're driving. Are we leaving Saturday night after the game, or are we staying until Sunday?
We're leaving Saturday after the game.
We're gonna have to have a car service then.
Well,
I'm gonna be who's gonna be in shape to drive if we're tailgating all
I'll
day?
drive.
Well, you're not gonna be fun, Dave?
No, I'll be fun day before the game, and then I'll completely be fine by the end of the game. Might be tired, Dave, but I'll be fun, Dave.
And then drive home 4 hours?
Sure.
All right.
This is the same Dave that management has concerns about you even going to a work dinner? You're going to drive us back 4 hours?
Absolutely. I'll drive. I'm a terrific driver.
I'm going to get wild.
I don't doubt that.
Oh.
Let's go to a fraternity party.
And you're going to drive?
No, the night before we're going to go on Friday.
My last foray into a fraternity party was not great.
Yeah,
so.
He's like Will Ferrell in Old School. He's not a lot of places like that.
I went to a fraternity party after a Naughty by Nature put on a concert at the school. And then we went to a fraternity party after, and it was wild.
I got an email from Eric Mastro Giovanni. Says, Ohio State fans wanted Dave fired last season after losing to Michigan before winning the chip.
That's true.
And there's still people who want him fired if he loses to Michigan again this season.
Didn't they
crazy.
Didn't they point to that Michigan game, though, as like a turning point in their season?
Yes. Yes, but still, they cannot. I'm telling you, they cannot lose that game to Michigan this year.
Well, especially now with where they're at. But
they allow like 8 points a game defensively.
Their defense is ridiculous.
It's insane.
Downs.
They're gonna probably have 2 top 5 picks off that defense.
Yeah, say what you want about Matt Patricia. I mean, not a great, definitely not a great offensive coordinator.
No, not a great head coach at the NFL.
Not a great head coach either. But he's doing a hell of a job in Ohio State.
Well, it can really mask the stench of what you are. Look at Chip Kelly. I mean, we actually thought Chip Kelly might have known what he was doing at the college ranks again.
Well, also talent-wise, it's just they're at a different level right now.
And he goes to the Raiders for 10 games, 11 games.
11 games.
See you later.
Who's counting?
That Raiders offense should not be as bad as it is.
No,
it's pretty bad.
It's brutal.
Awful.
I mean, they have an all-pro tight end. They have what should be a very good running back. Geno Smith is not bad.
Well, but that's the thing, though.
And
Geno
yet
Smith,
they're horrendous.
Geno Smith should not look as bad as he's looked.
No, he looks completely done.
They haven't used Aston Gentry enough or effectively. Brock Bowers has been hurt. I mean, that's been part of it, but still.
But still, to be, what are they, 2-9?
Traded Jacoby Myers. Yeah, it's just not good. I mean,
No,
I expected.
really
I think we all expected it to look better than it's looked in Vegas.
RJ, should we take a call or two, or do you want to get the CMT?
We could take a call.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Jason in Westchester. Jason, you're on ESPN New York.
Yes, guys, happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Just wanted to touch on the Steinbrenner comments of yesterday. You know, hearing that, as a Yankee fan, you say to yourself, man, this isn't going to change, and it's not going to change for a long time. And that pivots me to, like, if he's such a penny pincher, why not just sell them? You're going to get, what, $10 billion? There's got to be some, like,
a lot more than that,
group
Jason.
or some
whatever
lot more
it is.
Yeah, more than $10 billion.
Mega billionaire. But that's what I'm saying. Someone who would buy them as a Yankee fan, you'd be like, oh man, here we go. Like, Dodgers, watch out. Like, whoever came in, you're just like, they're just going to go crazy, just like the Dodgers. And it drives me crazy to think that all he does is complain about money when you could get like tens of billions of dollars and just never have to worry about money.
I don't think he has to worry about money now, though, and thanks for the phone call. There's no way Hal Steinbrenner's sitting here like, all right, how are we going to figure out rent this month and how are we going to send the kids to school? That does not happen.
Yeah, but I mean, even if he was losing money, you're making $700 and whatever, and still someone, somehow finding a way to lose money. Yankees fans don't want to hear it. Still, you still own the Yankees,
right? And nobody cares. That's the thing. You said it, and you're right. Nobody cares. Nobody cares when guys are banged up and hurt, and you're playing a backup. Nobody cares. Everybody has that. Right, the Giants, they're all banged up, and that's why the Niners are all banged up. Nobody cares.
No, but it's not just the owners of the team; it's the athletes that make millions and millions of dollars. You've heard athletes before. Well, I can't accept that. I got to pay my, I got to feed my family. It's like, well, it's $18 million a year. You should be able to feed
Nobody
your
wants to
family.
hear it though. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to have sympathy for the athletes or the owners. You guys are making, athletes are making billions, and owners are making billions, and athletes are making millions. Nobody cares.
Right, but here's what I would say, and this is the final thing I'll say about this before we get into CMT. Here's the other thing that would bother me, is if you truly believe that you don't have to spend $300 million or whatever the number is to win a championship, okay, if that's your belief, and you believe that, why are you keeping Brian Cashman then? Because clearly Brian Cashman hasn't been able to do it, spending the amount of money that you're spending. Like, wouldn't you find someone else?
Yeah, who's able to do it better on a shoestring budget?
Right, like, I mean, if that's your thing, hey, we should be able to win 3. Well, you haven't. Right, you haven't won since 2009. You got back to the World Series, you lost to the Dodgers, and it didn't feel like it was that close. As much as you want to pretend like it was close, the Dodgers are a better team than you. Like, if that's me, and I said, no, I don't care what anyone says, I can win with this much money, then it hasn't worked with Brian Cashman, then hire someone that can figure it out. Then.
Yeah, well, they're so beholden to Brian Cashman that it doesn't feel like they'll ever do that.
Yeah, I just don't know how you're going to get this teom where Yankees fans want it if you're going to try to spend the same or a little bit less than you spent last year. You know what? The other thing too is, think about the bargain you have Aaron Judge at right now.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
And you almost lost him.
Right. He's only. I mean, what's he making? $40 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, talk about being underpaid right now.
You're not kidding.
With where baseball went. I mean, I never thought in my wildest dreams. Like, listen, Juan Soto's he's good. He is not Aaron Judge. He's not.
No. Aaron Judge is. I mean, the best player in baseball. I mean, Ohtani does more things, but Aaron Judge is the best offensive, like the best position player in baseball.
Just think about that, though. I mean, Aaron Judge, barely got $360 million. Juan Soto got $765.
It's crazy to think about. But when you have owners that are willing to spend that money, then good for him. But at least you don't have to hear Steve Cohen complaining about how much money he's spending and losing and all that kind of stuff.
No, I know, but I mean, you would think, right? Like, I mean, even if it's spent it a little bit, like, hey, let's spend that. That conversation today, not today, whenever he said it, would have been, hey, I've already complained about money how many different times? That doesn't land well. Maybe we use this as the opportunity where I can rally the troops by saying, hey, we understand what's at stake here. Aaron Judge is in his prime. We'd like to take advantage of that. Who knows where baseball is going? Like, we feel like this is a year we need to capitalize on instead of complaining about not making money.
Yeah, well, you'd figure that this would be that year because after this year, all bets are off. We don't know what it's going to turn into.
You could just naturally lose a year of Aaron Judge just because the baseball stops.
Right. RJ?
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
How you feeling about the show so far today?
High end.
Really?
Really
Top
nice.
shelf?
Yeah.
Really? That's nice to hear.
Top shelf, just like you, just getting your mitts up there at a work outing, according to our bosses.
That wasn't a great analogy.
That's what they say you do.
Are you ready to continue the greatness of the show today?
I'll try.
Well, let's go.
To cuddle. I'm servicing 3 times as many people as he's able to get to. To marry.
Not everyone can afford to take off work and pay whatever it costs to get a foursome.
Or to trash.
Let the wild rumpus begin.
That. Want a meat stick? Is the question.
I'm curious how that conversation goes because I think Aaron Judge now is earned the right where I believe he sits down and he goes to Tampa ahead of time, like ahead of pitchers and catchers, and he's doing his,
He probably has a house down there, no, in Tampa?
Yeah, probably. And I think he sits down with Hal. So I'm curious as to how that goes. Like if you don't...
You think Judge is disappointed? Like, we need to do more. I want to win.
I think if...
How could he not be?
I think if the only offseason answer is Trent Grisham's qualifying offer, yeah, I think it's going to be a bit of an odd conversation.
It's not going to be, though. There's no way they can just do Trent Grisham.
I would agree.
The more I think about it, though, I think the more I recognize is, yeah, the Dodgers have a tremendous amount of upper echelon talent, right? I mean, you look at the first 3, then you look at the starting pitching and everything else. But, I mean, even the Yankees, when Garrett Cole gets healthy, Cole, Fried, Rodon, that's pretty, I mean, Schlittler emerged, that's pretty solid. But as far as, everyday players or, starting lineup, there is definitely less of a gap between their best players and everyone else than with the Yankees. Do you know what I mean? It's it'd be like...
Well, yeah, they don't have really any Ryan McMahons on their roster.
Right, when you look at the Panthers, right? Their secret sauce is, yeah, they got the upper echelon guys. They got the Kachucks and they got the Barkovs and they got Bob. But the drop off from line 1 to line 4 isn't drastic. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're line 3 with Brad
and
Marchand.
It's all interchangeable, right?
Brad Marchand could be. I mean, he could play first line. He could play that's their third line's really like a second line on someone, on other teams.
All right, let him go ahead with the season.
Sorry, I felt like
coming up.
It's a good
I felt like I had an epiphany.
No, it's a great point, but how many great points can you get before it's all right, enough?
Oh, he's right though. I mean, you felt like to use the sport you're talking about. I feel like the Lightning could do that too for a long time. Like guys play up and down the lineup. Like how many guys that bat in the lower third of the Yankee lineup can play up in the lineup? They can't. People
how
flip
many guys
out.
How many guys in the lineup did you really actually want in the lineup?
Well, how many guys in the lineup do you think that even some bad teams would really want in their everyday lineup?
I don't know how many teams would want Anthony Volpe. I don't know. Anyway, all this baseball talk got me thinking. Because I'm not totally ready. For all the bad things I've said, I'm not totally ready to punt. I wonder if yesterday was Hal realizing he's going to have to spend more than he thought. Not that he's going to have to spend, but I think he's going to have to. Everyone has budgets, right? You have numbers in mind. I wonder if the Bellinger conversation is making him so uncomfortable that he realizes, not only do I not want to spend this money, but I may have to or else people will riot. So, I asked the two of you, tell me where Cody Bellinger lands this offseason.
Oh, God.
Will it be the Yankees, the Mets, or I'll give you the whole rest of the field?
Oh.
I don't think he's back with the Yankees.
Really?
No.
Oh.
I don't.
So who are the Yankees getting? Are they going to sign Kyle Tucker for more money?
Ooh. See, say what you will about your Mets. I know that you didn't make the playoffs, things like that. You're tied to every single free agent
Everyone.
out
Of course
there.
we are.
Tarek
Everyone,
Skubal.
you hear Tucker, you hear Duran, you hear Tatis.
Tatis is on a team, as is Skubal. The Tigers seemingly have no intention of trading him. It's like, the Mets could be in. I have heard the Yankees have poked around as well, but the Mets are tied to everyone. At least they're trying.
All right, I'm going to marry the field.
Ooh.
I'm going to cuddle the Yankees. I'm going to trash the Mets.
Wow. I mean,
I don't think he's back with the Yankees.
How?
I don't think he's back with the Yankees. What do you mean, how?
If they don't get Bellinger,
right,
Tucker, and don't trade for Tatis, and you go into the season with Dominguez in left, Grisham in center, and
the
Aaron
Yankees fans
Judge
will
in
lose
right
their
field.
minds. But at least the Steinbrenners won't lose money.
I will say also, we talked about this yesterday, with how much, and I was listening to Michael yesterday on his show, with how much he talks about Tatis, it's almost like he knows something.
Well, I feel like he's the one that brought it up.
He's driving this train.
Yeah, he probably does. He doesn't say stuff for no reason. By the way, you're listening to DiPietro and Rothenberg on WHSQ, WCBS FM HD2 in New York.
Let me ask an interesting question here.
I like questions.
I want to get your opinions on this. Let's swing this to the Mets. Right there, you mentioned there all the names they're being, all the players they're in on. Would you rather trade now for Tatis? Like, take the piece that you could potentially move to the Tigers for Tatis, because he's signed and you'll have him, he's locked in, and wait for Skubal, or pass on Tatis and go after Skubal?
I think I would wait on Skubal.
Because it doesn't feel like Skubal's going to, like, when you trade for him, is going to sign, like, he's going to hit the market.
Well, I can get Skubal for only money if I wait a year, right?
Because it feels like he's a Boris guy. He's going to go to free agency.
Well, I tell you what, there is no way I'm trading legitimate pieces, and many of them, for Skubal, and I don't have an extension done by the time that trade is announced.
Well, I don't think he's going to do an extension.
Then I'm not making the trade.
Boy, that is it. The Tigers are in a tough spot because they are on the upswing.
You have to trade him.
But what message does that send to a team that is?
Well, that's why baseball is broken.
Team. Hey, but Hal's concerned about the. See that soundbite you played, the last one, actually annoys me the most. Like, oh well, here in the Rays, I don't care what the Rays are doing. I can't even put into words how little I care. If they got moved to Germany tomorrow, I don't care.
You wouldn't care if the Rays moved to Germany?
I think it'd be neat. Good for them.
It'd be a big road trip for the Yankees, though.
Yeah, it'd be tough as a divisional opponent, but yeah.
And they probably wouldn't have that home field advantage they had down in Tampa.
No one cares there either.
Germany is beautiful.
People watch on TV more than they go to the games. They could watch in Germany too.
Oh, sprechen Sie Deutsch.
Oh, yeah, look at
all
you.
right.
Got it right.
But we don't have that conversation about any other sport. Like the Panthers yesterday. Oh, how are they doing money-wise? I don't care. I don't even care a little bit.
Well, we found RJ's nerve, huh?
But did we talk about this with any other sport? Like, how are the Columbus Blue Jackets doing financially? I don't care. Anyway, sorry.
All right, Rick, you can answer the question?
I'm going to answer the question. Well, I'm torn here because, like, the D-Gen Dave in my brain, which is now, like, part of my decision-making, says you take the field. It just makes the most sense to take the field, right?
Well, I don't know. You could probably look up the odds. You could follow that route.
So RJ doesn't have a nervous breakdown today, and I feel like we're on the verge of that, especially if we start mentioning how much money the Rays spend and everything else. I'll marry the Yankees. I'll cuddle the field. I'll trash the Mets.
Rays gigantic profit. They spent $7 last year. That's their
I will say, though,
and a carton of milk.
David, as a Mets fan, though, the idea of, like, I don't know, who knows if it's going to happen, but if you got Tatis locked up and then you still found a way to keep the young pitching staff intact and gave them another year to kind of, like, because McLean's good, but as far as Sproat and Tong are concerned, like, if they could emerge as, these guys are
and you
legit.
think Manaea is going to be better, right?
Well, but then you add Skubal. But then instead of trading those guys for Skubal, then you add Skubal to the mix of those guys. Like, if Tong and Sproat work out, and then you add Skubal to that with McLean.
Right. Right.
Forget it.
No, I mean, the options for the Mets are limitless. They just
now
have
you're
to
cooking.
put it into practice now, yes.
Yeah, the Rays who went to use unfortunate circumstance, but they go to use your spring training facility, and the players' first reaction is like, wow, this is so nice. Let's be like them. Anyways, as we move on.
Because the roof of their stadium blew off.
Well, that's unfortunate, but...
Which they stopped paying insurance on. Which, in order to save money, they stopped paying insurance on.
Yeah, I think it's healthy for us to move on, mainly for me. So, football.
Your team won last night. What do you think RJ would be like if the Niners lost last night?
Not great.
That'd be a mess.
He'd be going crazy.
Bryce Young, he looked good. So, I should talk Brock Purdy through 3 interceptions. If we were to assume, can I ask two of you a question? Chiefs going to make the playoffs?
I would still
Like,
say
just
yes.
first reaction.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think they make the playoffs.
Okay. I agree.
They're laying 3. They're laying 3 in Dallas.
Yes.
So in order to make that happen, we have to take somebody out. So there are 3 7-win teams in the AFC that are the final 3 teams in the playoffs right now. So I asked the two of you, who is most likely to miss the playoffs? Would that
You're marrying the miss.
That's right. Would that be the Chargers, the Jags, or as someone once said, the Buffalo Bills?
Oh,
I'm locked and loaded on this one.
I'm first on this one?
You are, but I
Why you ask me the hard
take
question?
it if you needed me to.
I understand why you need to ask me the hard question.
This is not hard.
I'm going to trash the Bills.
Yep.
Trashing the Bills.
That's right.
Here's my problem, though. Trevor Lawrence, I just bet on him. Never again. Can't trust Trevor Lawrence. Right? But I look at the Chargers' schedule. Chargers got a really difficult schedule coming up. Like, really difficult.
Jaguars play with the Titans this week, right?
Jaguars got the Titans. They got the Colts twice. They got the Titans again. They got the Jets mixed in.
Yeah.
They got the Jets, and they got the Broncos. I'm going to marry Jacksonville. Marry Jacksonville, cuddle Chargers.
All right, I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna agree with the Bills as the trash. I'm gonna cuddle the Chargers and marry.
Go Chargers!
I don't trust the Jaguars. I understand that they have an easier road, but I don't trust them at all.
Yeah, but that's what I just
did.
did,
I trust
though.
Harbaugh a lot more than I trust Lee.
Hey, you didn't flip them. I did the same thing. I married the Jaguars, cuddle the Chargers.
Oh, I thought you married the Chargers.
I got to tell you, though, outside of Jim Harbaugh, and I trust Herbert more than I trust Trevor Lawrence, their schedule, like, dude, they go Vegas out of the bye.
Yeah, it's tough.
They got Philly, Kansas City, Dallas,
You
Houston.
doing the Chargers here?
Yeah, they got 7 wins.
So Vegas would be 8.
8. Then they got Philly, at Kansas City, at Dallas, Houston, at Denver.
There's not a lot easy there.
That's going to be tough.
Real tough.
Especially with the offensive line, the shape it's in.
Going against that
you know,
Houston
Ray's
defense,
chomping at the bit for the for Herbert to not make the postseason.
Raymond.
I don't need to say anything at this point.
Well, no, but I know that's how you.
I may actually might change my answer and marry the Chargers. That schedule's brutal, man.
Well, the Chargers you mentioned, one of the teams they play are the Cowboys. And the Cowboys are involved in the next question. So we go to the NFC.
Oh, God.
First 3 teams on the outside. I didn't even get there.
This is so daunting for you. God.
The first 3 teams on the outside looking in for the NFC are the Panthers, the Cowboys, and the sexy-ish Lions. Cuddle Mary Trash, who you feel best about
You made this easy.
finding a way in.
I'm marrying who's not going to, or I'm marrying who I
Marrying
married
who's going.
Who's going? So you just flip the. Okay, I got mine.
I'm going to marry the Lions. I don't even think that's much of a debate. Record-wise, they're better. So I'll marry them. I don't have schedules and stuff in front of me, so.
Well, tell me what you want. Tell me what you want.
So I can tell you some Cowboys action.
You want? Yeah, I got Carolina's
schedule, and then give me the Carolina schedule. That's what I'd like.
So Cowboys.
And what are the records right now? Carolina's 7 and
6 and 5.
6 and 6.
6 and 6 rather.
6 and 6.
Dallas
and
has got
Dallas
the
is
tie.
5 and 1.
That could be an important tie.
Yes,
Keep in
very.
mind.
So Cowboys, they play Chiefs, as you guys mentioned, on Thanksgiving. And then a gigantic matchup in Detroit against the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
And then some winnable games. Minnesota, Chargers. Minnesota's in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Chargers in Dallas. Then they go to Washington and to the Meadowlands to play the Giants to wrap it up.
Okay.
So that's 4 wins right there potentially.
Yeah, so that'd be at least to 9, 7, and 1.
Okay.
I think it's going to take 10.
Well, but you say 10, but that could be an interesting little tie situation.
Very
there
important.
With that.
He's right.
Carolina still has a chance to win the division, right? Tampa's struggling right now. I guess Baker Mayfield got some good news with the MRI. He's got the left shoulder AC joint. So Carolina, they go Rams, loss, right? So now they're 6 and 7.
Right.
They're bye. They got the Saints.
That's 7 and 7.
Tampa.
Where?
Home. They play Tampa twice. Tampa home.
Okay. So Tampa home. So let's just.
So say they split.
Yeah. So 8 and 8.
And then they got the Seahawks.
Yeah. No. All right. So I'm going to marry Detroit. I'm going to cuddle Dallas. I'm going to trash Carolina.
Unless you think that Carolina can win the division.
I probably don't. Not with that schedule. Because I don't think they sweep Tampa. So if you don't sweep Tampa, I don't think you're winning that division.
Right, but Tampa's only got 6 wins.
Yeah, but Tampa 6-5 or no?
Tampa's 6-5.
Right.
Tampa does have an easier schedule, though. Tampa's
I would say Tampa.
Tampa's got Arizona, New Orleans, and Miami, and Atlanta.
Yeah, so definitively Tampa.
I'm going Detroit.
You're going the same way that I would.
Same way Dave went.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So I don't think you'll agree here.
What are we going to do here, RJ?
I'm not making fun of you.
Here we go. What do we got?
This is a very serious question.
Who looks better naked question?
This is going to be a Thanksgiving. It has to be a Thanksgiving question.
I thought about that.
Oh, my God. You're not going to do a Thanksgiving question here?
I think
if there's not one Thanksgiving question in this CMT, I'm walking off the show.
Well, you might be walking.
Oh, come on.
So.
Happy Thanksgiving, buddy.
Pies, cakes.
Cakes and pies. Cakes and pies.
Well, here's the thing. I thought this was more interesting, though.
Really? Than cakes and pies?
So.
This better be great.
Dave, you spoke earlier. You went so far as to give the spread between your fantasy football matchup with you and Rick. Cuddle, marry, trash, because this is a pseudo playoff game for the two of you. Most likely thing to happen in our league.
This is terrible.
It's a terrible question.
You could have had cornbread and pies and cakes, but no.
This is just.
Is it that Rick makes the playoffs?
Disgusted.
Who's currently the 6th seed? Is it that Dave makes the playoffs? Or is it John wins the whole thing? And you two are irrelevant.
All right. I don't even know if it's my turn. I'm gonna marry Rick. I'll cuddle me and I'll trash John. John's not winning the whole thing.
He's 11-1.
I don't care what he is.
Doesn't matter.
He scores like 110 points a week now.
He's leading
not
the
winning
league in
whole
scoring.
thing. Rick will get in. I may, but probably won't. And John will not win the whole thing. And that's it. That's
you
my
say
final answer.
you may make the playoffs?
I may.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what you're looking at spread-wise. I'm right now favored to beat you in this matchup.
No, I don't see that.
It's 52% to 48%. I'm looking at it right now, win probability.
No, that's not where I'm looking.
You got Jalen Hurts as your quarterback. I mean, you're disgusting.
How am I? You picked him to win the Super Bowl, you animal.
I'm not am I a Giants fan or not?
Well,
I don't root for a team in the NFC East.
So I can't have guys on my team
grotesque.
that are good fantasy players?
It's grotesque. You don't even think Jalen Hurts is that good.
I think he's a good fantasy player. He gets a lot of the tush push.
You disgust me.
Please.
I'm going to marry me. I will cuddle.
No truer words have ever been spoken than I'm going to marry me from you.
I'm going to marry me. I'm going to cuddle Dave. I can't watch John win a championship. I'll throw up. That's all emotion in that pick right there. And the fact that we don't have a Thanksgiving question is an embarrassment to RJ and to your family and to everyone who knows you.
I totally
that
agree.
feels aggressive.
No, it's a disgrace what you've done.
It is. This might be the worst day in the history of the show.
Listen, we do it every year.
You know what we'll do? We'll remedy this with Mel.
Yeah,
Let's do that. Because, Mel loves the pumpkin pie and the whipped cream and all of it. Time now for the Kiper Report, brought to you by the Perisman firm. Mel, how are you? We missed you. Welcome to the show.
You missed me? Did I miss
We
something?
do.
Did I miss a couple of weeks of the show or something?
No, I mean, a week is a long time for us to go without talking to you. We miss you.
So I just want to make sure that I thought I was on the show last week, but you made it appear like I've missed a month or so.
No, I'm not saying we just, over the course of the last week, we've missed you because we appreciate you so much.
Okay. I don't know why, but I appreciate that.
All right, so walk me through. I know you're a big Ravens guy, and the Jets just played them, and there's a lot of belief they're going to win that division. Fine. I watch this, and there is no way that Lamar Jackson is even close to healthy. Is that accurate, the way you watch it and the conversation down in Baltimore as well?
I think it takes its toll when you run and you take as many hits as Lamar does. And he was slippery early in his career, remember? But he had a couple years where we were wondering, is he ever going to be able to stay healthy? And over the last few years, in 2023 and 2024, he was. But prior to that, remember, he had years where he just wasn't able to stay healthy. And there was even talk about, hey, can you commit the big money to a quarterback that has those durability issues and move forward with him? And they did. But there was a lot of speculation here that maybe they would go a different direction. They'd go away from Lamar at one point. They didn't, which was a great move not to, but it was tempting just because of the durability concerns, and he's been healthy. And then this year it's just been one thing after another, and I think it takes its toll on his body. You definitely do not see the incredible burst I mean, he would just toy with defenders. I mean, you couldn't, if you thought you had him, you didn't have him, because then he would put it in a different gear and shift gears. And just like I say, he played with everybody. There was no way you could corral this guy. And then now you see linebackers getting him. I mean, you see him being chased down, and it almost looks like he's lost. They say he lost a step. It's because, I think, of all the injuries he's had. So, no, he's not the same player that he was when he was 100%, or even earlier in his career before these injuries do take their toll on everybody. It's amazing what Josh Allen's been able to do considering all the hits he takes. He's 6'5", 245, though. Okay, Lamar's not that big. So for Josh keeps rolling along and hasn't lost anything. But you never know when that's going to happen. For Lamar, it's like you say, it's the injuries. It's like the third injury now he's had, and he's playing through this year. And the offensive line's been a disappointment this year. So it's been a lot of factors that have contributed to the Ravens looking like, basically, I would say right now, more of a mediocre football team than what everybody wants to say is a playoff contender, only because of the division they're in. It's a terrible division, which gave the Ravens life and hope when they were losing those games to some pretty good opponents early in the year.
Mel, I know you watched the game. What were your thoughts on Aaron Glenn's decision to go for it there on 4th down from their 42?
I was shocked.
Yeah.
It was one of those things where I didn't see that coming. I was watching it thinking, you don't want to do that. You're in the game. The Ravens aren't doing anything. I mean, you got a chance to maybe steal this football game. They were almost a 2-touchdown underdog, and it gave the Ravens that short field. So I was surprised against that. And that defense, let's face it, they had Madubuike was their best player. Right there with Kyle, right with Kyle Hamilton. Madubuike got hurt, and Kyle Hamilton. The worry coming out of that game was, and I was definitely surprised by that call. But the concern was Kyle Hamilton's health, and it looks like the ankle injury, which we thought when it happened after he threw that helmet and was limping to the locker room, was going to be significant. And it looks like so far, from what you hear, it's not as bad as we thought, and he should be okay.
Mel Kiper Jr. with us here, ESPN New York. Mel, what was your take on J.J. McCarthy coming into the NFL? Because, I watch him now, man, and he doesn't look like he's good. I mean, he's missing receivers all over the place. He looks terrible, and I know that it's very early in his career, and this is his second year, but he didn't play the entirety of his first year. But, I mean, what was your take coming in, and what's your take now if it's changed at all?
Well, the take coming in was I had no idea. He was one of those players every year where you just throw your hands up and say, I've watched him, I've studied him, and I don't know what he'll be. But, well, you don't know about anybody. You really don't. Yeah, you don't, but you at least think you do. You might think you have an idea about a lot of prospects. There are always some prospects. Trey Lance was one of those when he came out. I had no clue what he would be. I mean, and there was a lot of reasons for that. In fact, he played one game that year, and he wasn't impressive throwing the ball. Maybe you wonder, okay, he's got talent, but I didn't see enough. And and he's playing at a low level, and I still didn't see enough. And in this case with JJ, I didn't see enough to say he can carry a team. He had a lot of good players around him. Obviously, with Harbaugh, they ran the ball. They did what they had to do defensively. And the year prior to that, if you remember the TCU game in the playoff, he threw a couple pick sixes. They put a lot of points on the board, but a couple pick sixes cost him that game to TCU. That was the year TCU played for the national title and then got beaten soundly by Georgia. At the end of the day, he has talent. He is wildly inconsistent right now. I saw that with the Raven game a few weeks ago where he got off to an incredible start. I mean, he was throwing dimes. I mean, he was dropping a ball in there. He was picture perfect. And I said, wow, this is going to be a long day potentially for the Ravens. And after the third series, I think the third series of that game, he started to struggle, and it continued. So he can't maintain that level of consistency in terms of accuracy and decision-making, all the things you need to do to be a great quarterback in this league. Now, to his defense, he hadn't played much football, and he's had the injuries. Now he's back again with the concussion protocol. So we have to give him time, but you didn't see it in Michigan, that ability to say, hey, I could put this team on my shoulder. I can lead when everything else is kind of going awry. I can be the difference. He is dependent upon, or was at Michigan, everything around him, and Harbaugh loved him, and Harbaugh gave him confidence. And I think right now, think about it. Sam Darnold was there and took him to the playoffs. Daniel Jones was there. These two quarterbacks are winning, and I think it's that built-up pressure. He tries to do things to take pressure away from all the things he does, to prepare himself and go about it a little bit different way. But the pressure's got to be huge because he hears it all the time, and you think about it all the time. Hey, this organization was a playoff team. They had the quarterback, a veteran, in Sam Darnold, and let him go because I'm here. They had Daniel Jones. Let him go. I'm here, and I'm not getting it done for a playoff-ready team. But the team was in the playoffs. wasn't expected to be this year. And I got a great receiver, can't get him the ball. So it's got to be building up. And it's got to be for any young quarterback affecting their confidence too. So I think it's a ton of factors here. But for them right now, as an organization, you got to be pretty nervous. I mean, you're in a division with Love, you're in a division with Caleb Williams and Jared Goff. And you cannot, I've said this, I've stressed this every year to you guys and everybody that wants to listen, you cannot in a division of 4 teams be 4th or even 3rd by a mile. You got to be right there with the top teams, or close, really close. And if you have a young quarterback, close, because we're developing that young quarterback and we see hope that he can keep improving. If you're a distant 4th, you got no shot. And that's right now where they stand.
Mel Kiper joins us here on the show. Mel, so AFC right now, I mean, aren't necessarily the teams outside of Baltimore who starts 1-5 and now 5 straight. They're leading the division, but it's New England 10-2. It's Indy, they lead their division. It's Denver 9-2. I mean, so here's how I'll ask the question. So of those 3 teams, New England, Indy, and Denver, who do you feel best about? And if I gave you the option of those 3 teams as opposed to Baltimore, Buffalo, and Kansas City, who are you taking? Do you have enough faith in those teams over Mahomes, Lamar, and Josh Allen?
No, I would go with the quarterbacks. I still think in this year, this landscape of the NFL this year, with Buffalo, with their defense and all the issues, I mean, he doesn't have the weapons around him. Josh doesn't, to be putting up huge numbers week after week after week. What he did against Tampa was amazing. Kincaid out, and then Coleman situation. I mean, come on. I mean, Shakir had all the targets against Houston last week. So at the end of the day, Josh, Lamar, with the injuries and the offensive line being awful this year, has had his struggles, right, with the numbers not being anywhere near where you thought they would be on a week-to-week basis. And then you go to Mahomes, same thing. Early in the year, didn't have the guys. The Ravens went in there and they destroyed the Ravens, and now they're coming along. Had a nice comeback on this past week on Sunday. So to me, it's still about those 3 teams. If they can get healthy and start feeling it. And remember, 2 years ago, Kansas City lost to the Raiders on Christmas Day and still won a Super Bowl. So at the end of the day, even say Christmas Day, you got to get hot around at least, maybe not Thanksgiving anymore because it's a week later, but certainly by early December, by mid-December, and the Chiefs lost to the Raiders on their own field at Arrowhead. So you never know how it's going to go, but if you're healthy and you're at least playing good football, you got to believe. I'd bet on Josh, Lamar, and Patrick Mahomes over, say, like a New England. Denver's been uneven because Bo's been a little, obviously saving it for the fourth quarter doesn't always work. So I'd bet on it's a quarterback. Those quarterbacks are so good, and they can carry they can carry their team. They can win games when really with an average quarterback or even a slightly above average quarterback would have had no shot. And even if they're not playing their best football, so those guys can turn it on and be elite at any point in time, any week in time. So I would definitely bet on Kansas City, Baltimore, or Buffalo as a team in this year where you got some. I wouldn't say average. I would say they're above average teams. You win games in this league. You can't just say they're mediocre. And people are ripping New England. Mike Vrabel knows how to win football games. He did it at Tennessee. Drake May has benefited from Josh McDaniels, but now they have some injuries with Campbell, the left tackle, the rookie. So now things are happening, but they still have accumulated a ton of wins. So you got to give New England credit. I do think in the playoffs, I would bet on them probably getting beat by one of those 3 teams we talked about.
So, Mel, this drives me crazy, and Rick and I talk about this a lot, and I want your take on it. Teams that get into position to take leads at the end of the games, and they just go for it, or just this wild thought that we have to score a touchdown. The Cowboys did it the other day. The Giants didn't go for 3. They go for 6. They don't score. Now Detroit comes down, kicks a long field goal. Dan Campbell does it all the time. Have we gone from teams that are either appropriately conservative or even too conservative to the other way, that teams are just too aggressive by not going to take the lead and going for that jugular and going for the touchdowns?
Here's my feeling, and my father kind of taught me this early on because he was played a lot of baseball, almost played in major leagues. He was a great athlete. He just knew about it, the mindset of an athlete. He said, you can't kick field goals early in games. Those 3s, you can't keep getting 3s when you should have 7s. So he knew when you kick the field goal early in a game after a nice long drive, and that does not bode well. He always said they're not winning this game. This is going to come back to haunt them. But later in games, I say now you know the game. The game's about winning. It's winning 41-38 if you have to, right, or 17-14 if you have to. Late in the game, midway through the fourth quarter or later than that, you have to be able to kick field goals and to know that, hey, we got the touchdowns, or we didn't, but we're in a close game, and now we got to win this game. Then the threes matter. So I think it's picking your spots. What drives me crazy even more than what you just said is just going for twos. I mean, when you're 17 to 9, you want to go 17 to 11. You're trying to get to 11, not get to 10. I mean, to me, when you miss that, it's definitely a fires up the other team, because the last thing they did was stop you. They stopped you in a 2. They wanted to come off the field all pumped up when they just gave up a long drive for a touchdown. So you make them feel good, and you feel a little down. So just kick the daggone extra point. And then if you want to go for 2 at the end to try to win it, okay. You don't want to take it into overtime, fine. But just know you got to go for 2 to get to the 6, and then we can, if we miss, we can go get the touchdown in 2. It's not about that. It's about the momentum of a football game, and you killed your momentum when you miss that 2. So it's risk-reward there. Kick the daggone extra point, make it a 7-point game. These teams that are just doing this 2 nonsense drives me up a wall.
Mel Kiper joins us here on the show. Mel, who's the best team in the NFC right now, in your opinion?
Whew, that's a great question. You look around the NFC and you go division by. I try to go division by division. Detroit, you look at them. What are they going to be able to do moving forward? You got to respect what they're on. Green Bay. My prediction was Green Bay, so I got to go back to August. I thought Green Bay. Now, you see how they come together. What the Eagles are going through right now makes you wonder. I thought Dallas would play them tough, look bad at 21-0, and they come back and win the football game. The Rams, I think, right now, if I look at Stafford, the level he's playing at, to me, gives the Rams a shot. He looks so comfortable. He looks like he's 25. And people were saying back in August, even when I go look at those over-unders for the NFL, to the season win totals, and Rams, can you trust Stafford to even be able to back at his age? Can you trust Stafford to be able to do it, and get him through this long season? I don't think so. Well, look where he looks like he's 25 and in the best shape. He's better than he's ever been. So he's throwing a ball. He sees everything. He's always had the arm. I was huge Stafford coming out. I thought he'd be the number 1 pick that they stepped on at Georgia Field in Athens between the hedges down there. This kid's got unbelievable talent, and he sees everything. And with Peyton there, the Rams are. I'll tell you, they could have beaten Philadelphia last year in Philadelphia. They were right there, almost won that football game. So you got to respect Stafford so much, and Peyton. That you got to give I'd almost just because of the Stafford effect and the Stafford factor, put the Rams right there.
Yeah, I think it has to be the Rams. I wanted to ask you about pumpkin pie and move on and say goodbye, but you mentioned the Georgia quarterback, and you talk about Dante Moore, and you talk about Simpson and Mendoza. Is Gunnar Stockton someone, not that he's going to come out this year, but every time I watch him, I'm more and more impressed by him. Is he that level of NFL quarterback in the future, or am I seeing that incorrectly?
Well, you watch him. He's one of those guys. He just is a gritty competitor. I know Kirby Smart loves him. The players love him because he plays like a linebacker. He's got a little Baker Mayfield in him. That's the way he plays, with energy, with incredible competitiveness and desire, and does whatever it takes and comes through at clutch moments. Does he have the talent level that you say just screams he's going to be a high pick? No. But Baker was a walk-on. Baker left Texas Tech. Those are the things that he had to do to get to where he was. So I would look at he's going to go back for another year, and we'll see next year. With Georgia, he's going to put up numbers. He'll be a Heisman candidate. But for right now, he looks just like one of those overachieving, winning quarterbacks who has all the so-called, the cliche, the intangibles, right? In terms of the other quarterbacks, real quick, Dante Moore doesn't have the pieces around him that he thought he would, yet he's still playing really good football. So Dante Moore's still my number 1 quarterback. Mendoza looks like a quarterback started 30-plus games where Moore hasn't. And Simpson is the one that's come back to earth a little bit. After everybody talked about him being maybe the number 1 pick or top 5 pick, Ty Simpson has had 5 fumbles lost over the last 7 games, 4 interceptions during that period, 7 straight games with a turnover. Uneven performances even against Eastern Illinois. So Ty Simpson's the one right now that is not as guaranteed they'll be up there. And, of course, he should. And after only 1 year as a starter, which is this year, I said all year to you guys, he's got to go back. I don't care if he's 23 or not. You got to go back. Bo Nix was a little older and went back. So I think Ty Simpson, after the way the uneven performances over the last 4, 5, 6 weeks screams, you got to go back to Alabama for another year. Even if you would be a first-round pick, you got to be prepared to play at a high level and a consistent basis in the NFL, and right now he's not even playing at that super high level on a consistent basis at Alabama.
All right, Mel, last one from me. Kind of interesting how the whole thing started, not getting reps. So guys don't know his cadence, right? Tough first start for Shedeur. Goes into the second game. I know it's the Vegas, it's Vegas and they stink, but still finds a way to win. Had that one great throw, kind of moving to his right down to Isaiah Bond. Is there a real chance that Shedeur has the ability to take control of this job and be their starting quarterback of the future?
Well, he made several great, outstanding plays in that game. He only had the one sack, which he almost got back to the line of scrimmage. I think it was 2 yards short. So he just played a smart brand of football. The one bad throw where the linebacker sunk in the hook zone and picked it off. But other than that one play, he was really good. He was poised. He did what he had to do. People, well, he didn't do anything. It was the defense. Well, the defense was playing so great that once they got the 14 points, they knew with Schwartz's defense and Myles Garrett being the Hall of Famer, the best ever that he is, they couldn't block him with that offensive line, which is horrible. They knew that's all they needed. So for Shedeur, it's going to be, I said this all week, and I said it last week to you guys, I didn't against Baltimore. He played like horrible. He wasn't horrible against Baltimore. I watched. He had no shot. You could have had Joe Montana's prime out there would have struggled in that game. They couldn't block anybody in that game. They blocked better against the Raiders. Crosby was basically a non-factor. He got some tackles for loss, but he didn't put the heat that he did a really good job there. They stepped up from that standpoint, and it gave Shedeur a fighting chance. And he showed you give him time, and you got to get better receivers. I mean, that's the thing. Harold Fannon's going to be a star. We love Harold Fannin, but the wide receiver position, and Bond's going to be a factor. He would have been a second or third round pick. You know that, but he wasn't. But he should have. He would have been. He would have been that high a pick. And so they got to get some more receivers for the quarterback. But it's going to be some struggles. There's going to be some games it's going to be good, bad, and ugly for Shedeur, just because he's a rookie, and as you say, he hasn't worked with the ones, and he doesn't have great talent around him. The O-line's still an issue, and doesn't have the great receivers at the wideout position. But he's shown. I said it yesterday in the podcast. He's shown he looks like a guy can be a very successful NFL starting quarterback to me. I thought that at Colorado. I think it now. But there will be some struggles, and I think they want to get Gabriel back in there, and they would like to see Gabriel get some more time. So as soon as Shedeur does struggle and they lose, they probably will go back to Gabriel. They probably will. But if Shedeur plays well, obviously he's going to remain the quarterback. But I think it's still going to be a back-and-forth situation. But I believe in Shedeur, and there's nothing over the last couple games that he has told me I made a mistake there with Shedeur Sanders.
Well, we believe in you, and thank you every week for joining us. That's
well,
true.
We do. Great Thanksgiving, and now what are we having? What is it? Turkey? It's not ham. Is it turkey?
Come on.
You guys?
I mean, what kind of animals do you think you're talking to? Of course, it's turkey.
And I always get that question. I said, it's got to be turkey, and then do what you want on Christmas, whether it's crab cakes or whatever you want to do down here in Baltimore for Christmas, lasagna, crab cakes, other than turkey or ham, whatever. But you got to have turkey for Thanksgiving. I'm big into the stuffing. You know what I'm biggest into, guys? I don't know about you, and I'll leave you with this. I want a river of gravy on that plate. When they bring those gravy boats, they used to say to me, "Realize, Mel, that boat's not all for you. We got to, I got to make more. Kim always has to make more gravy because of me. Because I'll take that one boat and I'll start pouring. I'll pour and I'll pour. I'll say, oh my gosh, it's almost gone. So I'm a gravy freak, guys. Without gravy, it's not worth having any of that stuff.
All right, you're the best. Thanks for everything. We will talk to you next week. And have a really happy Thanksgiving, Mel.
Whipped cream and gravy. What would life be without it? Take care, guys. Have a great Thanksgiving, everybody.
Oh my God, he is too much. And that's the Kiper Report, brought to you by the Parisman Firm. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, call the Parisman Firm right now at 718-WORKERS and get the justice you deserve. The Parisman Firm, where your case is their cause. A lot of Yankees talk. How about the Mets? We get there next. Hear from their GM and their former center fielder as well. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
All right, let's see what's happening on the roads out there. It's crazy. It's Thanksgiving week, and here is your helper, the great Debbie Duhane.
DNR, good morning. Good morning, company. Hey, don't be a turkey. Avoid the Hutch right now. The Hutch northbound is bumper to bumper getting up toward Weaver Street in Scarsdale. Left lane blocked with a serious accident. We're slowing down on the eastbound belt at Farmers Boulevard with an accident being cleared. LIE West at Ronkonkoma Ave. Watch out for an accident over in Lake Ronkonkoma. Alternate side in effect. It's a gridlock alert day sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education vacation or drop out to help their family put food on the table. He can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at unbound.org. I'm Debbie Duhaime on 880 ESPN New York.
Some stages celebrate. This one tests everything. Every drive, every approach, every putt. Pressure builds, resilience matters, and history waits for the bold. In June, the 2026 U.S. Open Championship returns to the Hamptons at the iconic Shinnecock Hills Golf Club. Experience the world's best golfers competing on one of the sport's most storied stages. Don't just watch greatness, experience it live at the 126th U.S. Open. Daily tickets are available now on SeatGeek.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
You ever wake up with a sore throat, feeling a little off, and you know you're getting sick? Well, getting sick and going on the IL isn't an option, especially for me when I'm traveling for work. You can try to see a doctor, well, good luck there, or go sit for hours in an urgent care. Nope. That's why you need a medical emergency kit. This isn't some cheap first aid kit, okay? Your medical emergency kit comes packed with doctor-prescribed meds. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right there in your home. If you're coming down with the flu, bam, here's your Z-Pack. You've got gastrointestinal issues, here's your Bactrim. From Z-Pack to ivermectin, amoxicillin, and doxycycline to treat strep, pneumonia, sinus infections, UTIs, COVID, and more. It's all right there in your kit. Just match your symptoms to the guide or talk with their telehealth doc. No doctor waiting rooms, no pharmacy lines. Order online in minutes and get $50 off with code SPORTS at urgentcarekit.com/sports. Get yours now at urgentcarekit.com/sports, promo code SPORTS.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. By the way, I'm disgusted at you.
Why?
I'm disgusted at you, and I'm disgusted at Mel.
What did I do?
Because you asked who's the best team in the NFC. We know who the best team in the NFC is, and then his retort to that is, oh, that's a great question. And then he starts to throw Detroit into the mix.
He's going division by division.
It wasn't a great question. There's times you ask great questions. That was hardly a great question.
Hey.
You know it.
You're leading with jealousy right now. It's not
you
generosity.
Know it.
It's jealousy.
No, I lead with generosity is how I lead.
Jealousy.
No, you know that wasn't a great question. And when he said, that's a great question, you were as stunned as anybody.
I was stunned. It doesn't matter, though. They don't ask how many. They don't ask how, they ask how many. And right now, I won the interview.
All right, RJ, let me ask you a question. When he asked who's the best team in the NFC, did you not for a moment think, like, come on, we know the answer to that. It's obviously the Rams.
Listen, I mean, maybe he... Yeah, it's the
God,
Rams.
Here we go.
It's the Rams.
You can't even walk around this thing.
Here's
it wasn't a great question.
It was not a great question, but he thought it was a great question, so I still win the interview. Here's what I was hoping would happen.
Oh, God.
I would ask the question because I know Mel, and he would go off on a bit of a tangent, and that way I would get the entire AFC. I wouldn't have to just ask specifically about the
NFC
Eagles.
picture.
Yeah, like he would say, well, I know you could say the Eagles, but I just watched it, and like he would get into why they can't run the ball, what's going on with Saquon Barkley. Instead, we got the tangent about turkey and gravy and all those fun things.
Yeah, he buries his plate in gravy.
A whole boat. He takes the whole gravy boat.
And Kim says you can't use the whole boat. He doesn't care.
He doesn't care. Just make, hey, you know what,
He
Kim?
loves the gravy.
I'll eat the gravy. You go make some more gravy.
But by the way, though, he asked you guys, are we turkey or not? Didn't we just have the conversation yesterday? Are we punting on turkey?
We did, but we're not punting.
No, nobody. You have to be. The whole holiday is built around the turkey.
You said you were going to build around steak. That was a real
conversation.
That's
not what no. If you listened closely, I said my kids don't enjoy turkey. I love turkey. Leftover turkey, regular same-day turkey.
Here we go.
I love turkey.
Okay, relax, Bubba.
No, I'm not going to relax at all.
Any other kind of turkey you'd like to talk about?
I would ensconce myself in turkey if it was socially acceptable.
A fried turkey. Any other kind of turkeys?
I would walk the streets.
Don't fry turkey. It's dangerous.
I would walk the streets with turkey on my face if I wouldn't be arrested for it.
Well, I would match your turkey neck.
You know what? That brings me to this. And I'm glad you brought me here. Thank you for that. Let me find this glorious email that I received this morning. Here
It's got to be about how you look.
Christina Vivona, who, by the way, is something.
Here we go. Single, sexy, hot lady.
She says, Dave,
you look
the
so
Giants,
skinny.
can I read it, please?
Yep.
The Giants' miserable season has left little to get excited about. But seeing how fit and trim and handsome you're becoming right before our very eyes each morning has been an absolute delight. Keep on going. You've already eclipsed, well, yes, she has some negative things to say about you. I won't even incorporate those. You're well on your way to being the best looking at the station.
Wow.
Christina Vivona.
Of course.
Strong.
That's right. Well, she's got good taste. She sees it. She sees what's happening.
Yeah, she sees the transformation.
It's a transformation happening right before her eyes.
It really is.
It really is.
Well, listen, I don't disagree. I think you're gorgeous.
I mean, I'm down a lot of weight.
Yeah, but it's not. You know what? I believe that my attraction to you starts from the inside out.
I think that's nice.
Even when you were a little on the doughy side, I still found you very attractive.
Yeah, but I wasn't at my best when I was fat. Now I'm doing better.
Something came across my algorithm yesterday. It sounds that women prefer men with little bellies. That's what it said.
Well, I still have a little belly.
Maybe that's why Sherry just finds you irresistible.
Irresistible. We played another 2 rounds of Rummy 500 last night.
Yeah. Was it strip? Like strip Rummy 500?
No.
Take off your socks.
No, it was not.
No.
I would never take off any clothing, or she wouldn't, depending on because I can't win.
Oh, so you're winning in nothing right now.
I can't win.
Fantasy football team stinks.
I'm not having a good fantasy season.
Right.
My picks stink. My Rummy 500 is bad. I'm a loser.
Yeah, Alex is taking over the TVs.
Yep.
I mean, what do you have?
I have you guys.
Your dogs aren't well behaved. I mean,
no, well behaved. How about this?
Oh God.
No, this is terrible.
Here we go.
So I take one of them on a walk the other night.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do at nighttime, right? Take one of the dogs. Sherry's upstairs. What does he do? He jumps up on the counter. He takes down Alex's vitamins. He opens a childproof bottle, and he eats 100 vitamins.
How is he still alive?
We had to call poison control, which, by the way, don't get me started on that. You know what they do with poison control? Animal poison control?
No.
You have to pay.
To talk to somebody?
To talk to somebody.
Oh, God.
So it's like before you even get into your conversation, I go, what happens if this is dire? And it ends in 3714. Like, well, that's crazy.
Oh, no. What did they tell you to do with the dog?
They said he's big enough that it probably should have no impact other than maybe some vomiting and diarrhea, of which he had none.
So that's like just a Tuesday for you.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah.
That's good insight. How much you pay for that?
I don't know. Sherry wouldn't tell me.
I hope it was like $100.
I hope it was 1,000.
How much is the dog's life worth to you?
Don't answer.
Do not answer that. Yeah, that's a bad. Do not put that
at
in
this
that
point.
Situation. Oh, you can have the dogs. I mean, you're giving them away.
I can't because of the kids, but man, they are.
Ben's not even home.
Yeah, but Alex is. And Alex loves
if you
them.
told Alex, listen, I'll take you to a couple.
No, he would not.
I'll take you to a couple North Carolina games.
There's no way.
The dogs are gone.
There's no way.
North Carolina wins the national championship.
He loves them more than anybody. He loves you should hear him talk to these dogs.
Does he walk them?
He does.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Oh, Ben, who's home from college. Can you do me a favor, Ben? Walk the dogs. I'm a guest.
He say that?
Yeah, I'm a guest in the house. You're guest.
Wow.
Oh, really?
He's definitely learned some things at college.
Oh yeah, you're not kidding.
Alex definitely sees the void here. You've lost control. Ben doesn't want anything to do with it. This is his time. He wants to come in and say, you know what? My dad can't control these dogs. I come in here, I control the dogs, and I control the house.
I'll tell you who. I can't control anything. I'm losing my grip on everything in the house.
Well, that's not good. I mean, you're losing weight, but you're losing your house at the same time. I don't like that. Actually, my right big toe is much bigger than my left big toe. I'm sitting here noticing right now.
And
it's kind of...
Must be nice. Must be nice.
No, but it's kind of...
So what's the problem you're having now? Your right big toe is larger than your left big toe?
He's looking at his bare feet.
Substantially larger.
Really?
Yeah, like
and that's
almost.
you're 43 or 40. What are you? 44 or 43?
44.
And you've never once noticed that your right big toe is much larger than your left big toe?
Not like this. It's alarmingly bigger.
Really?
Yeah, like my right foot is bigger naturally, but the big toe is just, I mean, it's almost like someone else's toe. I got to tell you.
You think there's a chance as a child you lost a toe and they put someone's toe on your foot?
No, I think the right foot is growing at a much faster rate than the left one.
Uh-oh. Wait, you're still growing?
It looks like it.
Wow.
I don't remember my right foot being that much bigger than the left one. A
Wow.
big toe looks like the difference between, like, my right toe is like Carlin and my left toe is like RJ.
It's that glaring?
It's that kind of size difference.
Wow. Does your right big toe ask you what's working today?
He just asked me where his partner was.
Yeah. Your left big toe is dressed in all red after the Niners' victory. Hey, you want me to sing you a little jingle, which might put you in the mood right now?
Give me a little jingle.
All right.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Yeah, that's right. This time there's 2 races, not 1, there's 2, and it all makes for one amazing holiday gift. The 2025 Star Car races are loaded with action-packed features. You got 67 animated lights, 5 realistic sounds, and a pullback motor. Gotta love that. They're available exclusively at HessToyTruck.com for only $49.99, and that comes with free standard shipping, and you get some batteries. Gotta love that. So don't wait. Get your 2025 Hess truck now and make the holiday more memorable than ever before.
That's well done. Let's break, come back, and we really will get into the Mets in the next segment. It's DNR with you, ESPN New York.
The 14th-ranked St. John's Red Storm faces Baylor in the Players Era Festival in Vegas. Coverage begins today at 4:10 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Paying extra for tire care is BS. You know, bad service. So at Midas, we're rolling out our BS-free tire guarantee, included with paid installation and tax on every purchase. You'll pay nothing for flat replacements, nada for flat repairs, and zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles. That's $0 for all that. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the BS-free tire guarantee, only at Midas.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom school designs that let everyone know who you root for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing snacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN, 1 free year of Perplexity Pro, and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A.
NBA fans, the race for the Emirates NBA Cup is on.
Let the games begin.
30 teams will start, but only 8 will advance.
Oh, he puts it in!
And only one champion will capture the cup.
Let's go!
To finish first, they'll have to put the pedal to the metal. Who will capture the cup? Well, let's see what happens on the court.
Basketball is back!
Emirates NBA Cup Group Play continues every Friday on Prime.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York, as we get you ready for Thanksgiving. Tomorrow's going to be a full Thanksgiving show. We have no RJ tomorrow.
That's sad.
I know. I'm going to miss him.
I'm going to miss him, too.
I'm going to really miss him.
Especially because we got Stump Rothenberg, and he does the 5-pack.
He does a 5-pack, and, yeah. Louis Riddick is going to join us tomorrow, but no RJ.
Yeah, and now, I mean, some concern that maybe, Tom Bauer purposely tries to screw things up for you.
No, I don't think so.
Well, it's happened.
I think he's learned from that mistake, though.
I hope so.
I think he'll be better. You going to miss Brandon Nimmo, speaking of missing people?
Yeah, I guess I'll miss him a little bit. I mean, he's a homegrown guy. I spent a lot of time here. Kind of watch him grow up, watch him develop.
Right.
It's always tough to see one of those guys go. But, I mean, as far as what this team needs to win, and take that next step, I think you had to make a move like this.
I would agree with you, and then we'll see what the other dominoes are that will eventually fall from this one trade. But here is Brandon Nimmo, and he didn't want to go. Like this, he didn't bring this to them. They brought it to him, and here he is discussing how much he loved his time with the New York Mets.
There really are no words to fully express how the all-encompassing love and support that I always felt from the New York Mets fan base. They always appreciated whatever the results were. They always appreciated the way that I went about the game, the way that I hustled, and the person that I was. That will never go away. And, it was 14 years that I spent in the Mets organization developing relationships. There are fans that I met in 2011 that, I still interacted with, all the way up to the end of last year. And it's something that I will definitely miss. It's one part of my life and a chapter that is over, and that's always sad. I will always remember the Mets fans fondly.
Well, it's a great goodbye to the Mets fan, and he was a really good Met, and he was a great guy, and he was a good locker room guy. I mean, you got a lot out of the time with Brandon Nimmo. Now, I don't know that he was worthy of an 8-year deal, and obviously they wanted to get out from under from that. But I mean, I'll remember the Brandon Nimmo time fondly here with the Mets.
Yeah, listen, I mean, I think he was a really good Met. I mean, you mentioned all the other stuff. I mean, the idea of just how hard he worked, walk sprinting down to first base. Like, kind of seemed a little bit corny at first, but then you actually
I like that.
By the end of it, just like because that's who he was, right? Like, I mean, it's one thing to pretend to be something like that, but that's actually who he was. I don't know how happy he was at this point in the clubhouse. It sounds like there might have been a little bit of a disconnect with him and Lindor, and potentially Lindor being the captain, and maybe that was something that he thought, which is, I guess, I mean, understandable.
Well,
right?
he was a lifelong Met, right? He was drafted into the organization. He's been here for a long time, and
right,
they just
work
acquired
ethic, all
Lindor.
those different things. Yeah, right. Like all those. I mean, he grew up here. He was developed here. He has a certain work ethic. I think you would naturally think that you were, you were probably the leader of the team. But he goes to a spot where apparently they really wanted him, and he was willing to waive his no trade clause. He'll be with Jacob deGrom in a new spot, which might rejuvenate him a little bit. But as far as 5 more years of where he was headed, defensively not good, arm not good.
He wasn't good defensively now.
No, right. So that was only going to get worse. On base percentage, kind of, which was what he was known for, progressively got worse. Now, do I think just like in a vacuum, Marcus Semien for Brandon Nimmo, does that excite you? No, it doesn't really excite you, but I mean, I think it addresses a need for you at second base defensively because we keep hearing about run prevention. Frees up those last 2 years. So I only got 3 years of Semien as opposed to 5 years of Nimmo. And now, what do? Do we keep Pete, who's playing the outfield? Like, these are all things that David Stearns is going to have to take care of.
So you mentioned the locker room and the dynamics in the locker room in the clubhouse, and David Stearns was asked that yesterday. Were you trying to change the clubhouse dynamics with this trade?
I don't know if it's necessarily wanting to change the clubhouse dynamics. I think it's a recognition that what we did last year wasn't good enough, and running back the exact same group wasn't the right thing to do. And so as we went into this, we believed and still believe that we have to be open to anything, that we shouldn't be in a spot to take anything off the table. And ultimately, if we're able to put the transactions together that we think make sense for the team, both now and in the future, that we have to consider them regardless of what names may be involved.
Who knows what's true? I have read and heard that Marcus Semien is a great clubhouse guy. So
yes,
you would hope that that's the case, and we know he's an elite defender. And the wild thing, because when I first saw this trade, I was like, ugh, I don't really like it. And then you start to kind of do a little deeper dig into this thing, and his WAR was higher than Nimmo's this year.
Yep.
So and he's an elite defensive player, and he got hurt at the end of the year when he fouled a ball off his foot, but for the most part, he never gets hurt. He plays almost every day. I think maybe this will be a nice piece to have a really good defensive second baseman out there.
Right. Like, I mean, what you lost offensively. Now, hopefully, Marcus Semien, I don't think he's ever going to be what he was, but, I mean, hopefully, offensively, he can, find something and be, a little bit better. But defensively, I mean, he definitely addresses a need for us at second base. And the other thing, too, is just, with Juan Soto in right field, not necessarily knowing if we have an everyday center fielder. Like, Tyrone Taylor is good, but is he your everyday, center fielder?
No.
Right now?
No.
No, and do I want to have, Nimmo in left and Soto in right defensively? If I'm worried about run prevention, no. The answer to that question is no. And if I'm bringing Pete back, right, and I'm signing Pete to a 5-year deal or whatever it ends up being, like there's a chance as we get later on in that deal that Pete's going to have to be, more of a DH than a first baseman. So now what am I doing with Nimmo in the last couple of years of his deal? Knowing that defensively he's not very good.
They got out from under.
I can't have him play center
have
field.
that length of a Brandon Nimmo contract on the books.
Right, but part of the reason why you felt comfortable, giving him the amount of years that you gave him was because he also had the ability to play center field, which he doesn't have anymore.
No. He doesn't have the range. I don't think he reads the ball very well, and his arm is horrendous.
Right.
So he's a minus defender out there. Speaking
and he doesn't run the bases well.
No, he doesn't. I mean, he should be fat, and his feet are a major problem. Like he's had plantar fascia issues for years now, and I don't know that ever completely corrects itself.
No, he always feels like it ends up being something with him physically.
Yeah. Andy Martino was on the K Show yesterday, and he was asked, do you think the Mets have a real shot at replacing Nimmo with Bellinger?
I do. Now, having said that, it gets tricky because Scott Boras controls the board here, right? And the Mets could sign Bellinger and say, oh, we got our first baseman. We don't need Pete anymore. You think Boras would want to create that situation? I think probably not. So I'm not sure they're going to have access to Bellinger, if you know what I mean, through the fact that his agent represents Pete. But Bellinger fits what they need to a T. They need to improve their offense now that Nimmo's gone. They need to improve their defense. I don't have to tell you what a left fielder Bellinger is. So that he fits.
He wherever you put him, he's great defensively.
Yeah, right. I mean, in the versatility. Right, can play first, can play center, can play either corner position. Yeah, so right. I mean, I get it, but I mean, he also makes a good point. I mean, Boras represents both. So does he want to eliminate Pete's market with the Mets by bringing Bellinger to the Mets?
It's an interesting puzzle for him to put together, huh?
Well, you'd also like to believe, like, hey, why not do both? Like, why not have Pete be your first baseman and have Bellinger
be an outfielder, or maybe Pete morphs into a first base / DH role, and then when he goes to the DH spot, then Bellinger moves into first base. There's options,
right? Like, and if I'm gonna DH, if I'm gonna DH Pete, right? I can have Bellinger play first. I can have Bellinger play center. I can have Bellinger play left. Like, I mean, yeah, like I can understand why
it gives
Bellinger
you flexibility, which is nice.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what all this Mets talk makes me think about?
What?
NFL parlays.
Oh, and Thanksgiving.
Yeah. A beautiful, filled with gravy.
Yes.
Thanksgiving parlay.
That's a dynamic combination. Well, this Thanksgiving, FanDuel's introducing a brand new way to build a parlay together, and it's called Pass the Leg. Here's how it works. You start a group build, add your pick, then pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. When everyone's done, you each lock in the group parlay with your own funds. Because football is always better when it's played and bet together. And to make it even better, everyone gets a 50% profit boost to use on their build. So grab your crew, start your build, and get in on the action this Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. Visit FanDuel.com/Rick to get started. FanDuel, play your game.
That was really well done. Let's get to the calls on the other side. What?
I'm not done yet.
No, you're done.
I got to be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issues, no withdrawal profit boost tokens. Restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For all the gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Text HOPE-NY at 467369.
Well, you know what you just did? You did a Louis Riddick there. You gave me such a long pregnant pause. I thought you were done.
Dude, you know I have to give you the must be 20.
I mean, I can't focus on everything.
RJ, can you speak to this man, please?
No, RJ's screening calls, something you're not focused on. It's fine. My mistake. I apologize. Good on you. You're the best. We love you. Your toes are mismatched, by the way. Let's take a break. We'll come back, and we'll get into the Mets. We'll get to your calls with the Mets and the Yankees. We'll get to the Knicks as well, and the football. Like I told you, very bouncy. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same-day and next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. J. Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
One touchdown can change everything. The crowd, the momentum, the game itself. It never gets old. Feel that same rush with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, where every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in. With DraftKings Sportsbook, all the action's in your hands. First touchdown, anytime TD, live bets, every play, every snap, every game matters. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. When your team hits the end zone, you could hit the pay dirt. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
For over 100 years, Sloman's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Sloman's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomans.com.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has all the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats right at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy teams synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Time now for the Kiper Report. Mel, how are you? We missed you.
Now, what are we having? Turkey?
Of course it's turkey.
I always get that question. It's got to be turkey, and then do what you want on Christmas, whether it's crab cakes or whatever you want to do. Big into stuffing. You know what I'm biggest into, guys? I want a river of gravy, because I'll take that one boat and I'll start pouring. I'll pour and I'll pour. I'll say, oh my gosh, it's almost gone. I'm a gravy freak, guys. Without gravy, it's not worth having any of that stuff.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Have a really happy Thanksgiving, Mel.
Whipped cream and gravy. What would life be without it?
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Boy, he's the treat that keeps on giving, huh? Of course, Mel
He's
Kiper
the best.
does us every Tuesday at right around 8:10. The man loves gravy. Have you ever heard anybody talk about gravy like that?
Who, like that?
I mean, I like gravy too.
Yeah, well, listen, I mean, here's the problem, right, with turkey just in general, it's hard to cook right. And there are a lot of people that's favorite part of the turkey is the gravy you put on the turkey.
Well, listen, turkey can be dry.
Yep.
Turkey can be a little bit bland, and turkey can be chewy, right, depending on the turkey you get or the year that you get the turkey. And I put gravy and cranberry sauce and all of it on there, but I'm not. Like, it's not like a soup. I'm not putting that much turkey on gravy on my turkey.
Yeah, well, listen, Kim must make some damn good gravy.
I guess. And also, you know what? Let's take a step back. It's a tad bit selfish of Mel.
Why?
There's a boat of gravy. And he takes almost all or all of it? How about the other people at the Thanksgiving?
Well, I think he makes it pretty clear. Like, this gravy right here in this boat.
This is my boat?
Yeah. You want to know who paid for that? You want to know who paid for that gravy boat? Mel paid for that gravy boat.
So now I wouldn't do that in my home. I would make sure that if I were to finish the boat, that I would refill the boat.
Well, listen, he's not making the gravy. Right? So Sherry makes your gravy because there's no chance you make your gravy.
No. I wouldn't even know. If you told me right now, I'll give you $1 million if you make a boat of gravy, I wouldn't even know what to do.
Oh, I make a delicious gravy.
I don't doubt that. RJ, if I said right now, we'll give you $50,000, make a boat of gravy, would you have any idea what you're supposed to do?
Not even a little bit, no.
You'd have no idea.
No, not even a little bit.
What would you say
you guys are the worst.
Well, how would you, RJ, let's walk this through, you and I right now. Let's make a boat of gravy. What are we taking? What are we doing?
What do you think even goes into it?
I don't know. I think there's I don't even know. How does it get brown?
Okay, you need a fat.
You need a fat?
You need some kind of fat. So what happens is what most people do is that, you cook your
fat
turkey.
from the turkey.
Right, so you cook your turkey, and then whatever you put, some people stuff their turkey, some people don't. If you put whatever it is, you put, celery, onions, carrot, whatever it is to cook around with turkey. And then once the turkey is cooked, you take whatever left over. So it's the fat, and then most people will take, turkey stock or whatever, so the turkey doesn't get dry as it cooks. And you baste it with the turkey stock, whatever. You take that liquid, and then you want to separate the fat from the stock. You take that fat, which is all turkey fat, and then you put it in a pan, and you heat that up, and then you add some flour, which is called a roux, and then you cook the flour until it gets to the certain color that you want. So depending on if you want to light or dark or whatever it is, you cook it, and that's how it turns brown.
This feels like it's too much.
And then you take the turkey stock, and you pour that in, and then you season it with whatever you want, and there's your gravy. So it's essentially turkey stock, or some people use chicken, whatever you want to use, plus the turkey fat or whatever kind of fat, and flour is gravy.
I got to tell you, gravy, very high maintenance.
You're not kidding.
Boy, I mean.
It's like a souffle.
Yeah. Very high maintenance.
I never knew all that went into making some simple gravy.
I'll tell you what, makes a lot of sense why it's really only featured once a year. I mean,
how many times do you have turkey as a meal?
Yeah, you're not building
once a year.
Yeah, you're not building your cuisine around.
Oh, here we go.
Something that takes this kind of high maintenance.
Here we go. You're building your cuisine. Here we go.
You're just not.
All right. If you had to draft, RJ, the accoutrements that go along with Thanksgiving, where's turkey on your draft board, on your big board?
You can make an argument turkey's overdrafted. Honestly, it'd probably go one. Should it?
No
Turkey's
way.
not going one. Stuffing's going one all day long.
Stuffing, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes. No way is turkey going one.
I would take stuffing one, probably apple pie two. And then after that, I have to really think about it.
You an apple pie a la mode guy on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, apple.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to take the apple pie and mix it with the ice cream. You have to.
I would think so.
I mean, that's dynamic.
I would think so. You want to hear from Andy Martino or you want to hear from the Peoples?
Let's hear from Martino.
Okay. Here's a little. He's chock full of information. I like it. Will the Mets go ahead and trade Jeff McNeil?
They're certainly willing to, and I wouldn't be surprised if they traded McNeil. I know Mets fans don't want to hear this, but in a world without Alonso, McNeil and Mark Vientos could be a first base platoon, theoretically. Right. I think they're being a little cautious about moving him because they don't see him necessarily, and the league doesn't see McNeil as a plus defender around the diamond anymore, but he might be plus at first base defensively still at this stage. Great athlete. He even was able to fake it in center field, and the metrics weren't good, but the fact that he could go out there and play center at all was pretty remarkable. So they see value in his athleticism even as he gets a little older.
I think there's a pretty good chance that the Mets move on from Jeff McNeil this offseason.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see Senga.
Well, Senga, I think he's going. I definitively think Senga's going to be gone. Let's find out. Here's Andy Martino. Do the Mets want to move on from Senga?
Yes. Oh, no doubt. There's been a weird couple of years with Senga. I've never seen anything like it, where a team needs pitching. A pitcher says, I'm healthy, but I'm not mechanically right, so I'm just going to keep throwing bullpens. That was a head-scratcher 2 years ago. That didn't leave the relationship in a great place. They worked hard at it. They even sent their pitching coach at the time to Japan to hang out with them in the offseason last year. This year comes about peaceful the way they agreed at the end of the year for Senga to go down to AAA, and they were all on the same page, but it's just a weird situation. He's back in the clubhouse. playoffs in the last couple days of the season. The Mets are blowing it. They're piggybacking because they don't have any starting pitching. Senga's healthy there, but just like not pitchable. No one isn't sure exactly why. I think there's an argument to be made here for like, let's just give everyone a fresh start.
Yeah, I think he's done. If you can unload Senga, they're going to unload Senga.
Yeah, like you just can't deal with the. I mean, listen, to start the season, he was lights out.
Everything's got to be perfect for this guy.
Right, he was awesome. But I need to know I can count on you, and it can't be every 6th day instead of every 5th day, right? I can't like that's not something that necessarily we want to do, and we want to appease you, not knowing when you're available and when you're not available.
And how often are you feeling great? Like as a professional athlete, how often do you say you feel just tip top?
Before training camp, I usually felt great.
So as you get in hockey, as you get to March, April, you're not feeling great.
Ugh,
or you feel terrible.
Terrible.
Could Skubal wind up on the Mets?
He could very well sign with the Mets, but my read on in a year. But my read on that dynamic is, although the Mets, if there's an ace available this winter, they're going to be in on whatever those trade talks are. It'd be hard for them to give up a couple of pitching prospects for 1 year of a guy who they can easily give $400-500 million to in 12 months. I think that's how they probably look at that one.
Which is what I kind of gathered, is that they would not want to, mortgage the farm system to bring in a guy that you could have for just money in a year from now.
Well, listen, if you're convinced that even if he is traded, he'll stay true to what Scott Boras believes, which means he'll hit free agency.
Then I can't do a trade like that.
Then I can't do it because, listen, the Soto thing worked for the Yankees because they got to the World Series, which is great, but it didn't really work because you didn't win the World Series and then you lost them.
Right.
So you gave up those pieces, which, you may think are a big deal or may not be a big deal, but still, they're pieces you gave away and you only had them for 1 year and didn't win a World Series.
One more from Martino, and then we'll get to the calls, 800-919-3776. Does the Grisham qualifying offer mean the Yankees are going to be out on Bellinger?
That tells me that you're onto something with the Bellinger thing possibly getting out of their comfort zone. It feels to me like a hedge. It's an expensive hedge, and it makes it harder to pay Bellinger probably. To me, no Yankee person has said this to me. All the Yankees will say is, we're so happy he accepted. You're like, okay. But what it feels to me is that there's a middling level of confidence that they're going to get to a comfortable place with Bellinger, and they want Grisham in case Bellinger leaves. That's what it feels like to me. My gut on that.
I told you they're not going to keep Bellinger. It's going to get priced too high for them, and they're going to opt out of him.
Okay, not opt out of him. Okay, but I got to know what the pivot is then, because I can't go back-to-back years where I wanted Soto and didn't get him. We want Bellinger. Fits exactly what we want to do, the versatility, all those different things, love being a Yankee, and we lose out to another team on Bellinger too. And then what? You're going to pay more for Kyle Tucker when he doesn't have the same kind of versatility as Cody Bellinger?
I agree with you, but you can't read the tea leaves. Right now, you were asked the question by RJ earlier in the show, and you said you think that he winds up back on the Yankees. I don't think he stays on the Yankees.
No, I only said that to kind of calm down RJ, because it felt like he was ready to snap with the whole Rays conversation.
RJ, you think that Bellinger's back? Because I don't think he's back.
I'm not ready to give up on it. I'm not ready to give up. Because,
so what do you think? You think we're 50-50 whether he returns or not?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's likely. If you gave me a pie chart, Yankees, Mets, field,
yeah,
I'd have to really think about what the numbers are. But the Yankees very well might be last right now, but I don't think it's too far below like 25% for the Yankees, which is not ideal. But if you're splitting it up
that's not RJ 25%. That's not coming back.
Well, I'm saying if you're splitting it up 3 ways. Yankees, Mets, field, like the question I posed to you guys. But I wonder yesterday if that was Hal just realizing he's about to have to go out of his comfort zone, and he wants everyone to know, look how far outside where I'd like to be that I'm willing to go.
Yeah, but nobody cares.
Yeah, no one does care.
If you spend $250, $300, $350, $400, it doesn't matter.
But how can you actually look at the fan base and say that you're not wasting Aaron Judge's prime, knowing the injuries that you have to the pitching staff already? You're just going to let Bellinger walk. How can you do that?
Well, they're going to have
He's
to get
going to
creative.
show you how. He's going to show you how.
But they're going to have to get creative, right? So if it's not Bellinger and it's not Kyle Tucker and then it has to be Tatis. Like there has to be a trade involved.
There has to be something.
Which again, like I don't.
Well, that'd be fine.
Right, that's fine. You say that's fine, but when you have the ability, like you've already identified, Cody Bellinger is someone you liked, right? He works in New York. He likes being in New York.
Yep.
I only have to spend money on Cody Bellinger. There are other things during the course of this season with injuries and just lack of performance where at the deadline or whenever I'm going to have to address these things. Wouldn't you like to keep those pieces that you could potentially trade for someone else now when you're only talking about money?
Sure, but I can also bring in Tatis for a lot less money, right? I mean, it doesn't make anywhere near the money that Bellinger's going to make.
Yeah, I don't know what Bellinger. I'm sure it's going to be close to $30 million, right? You'd imagine Bellinger.
Yeah, I would think so.
But I'm just saying, what? But there's also a value attached. Now, listen, I'd rather Tatis anyway, right? Right-handed bat, platinum glove outfielder. Like a Tatis, I think would be a great pivot. I'd actually prefer Tatis over Bellinger in a perfect world. But I'm just saying, the whole idea of being one of these teams, like the Mets or supposedly the Yankees or the Dodgers, is that I can save prospects because I can just go out and buy things that I want, as opposed to getting a cheaper version and use my prospects to get it.
You can go spend through the nose to keep Bellinger, and then you can take the Spencer Joneses of the world and the Dominguezes of the world and trade them for whatever you want to trade them for. Of course you can.
Right, the whole conversation we're having right now about Skubal is I could make the decision to take Sprout and Tong and whatever other pieces, Jet Williams, you name the pieces, and trade them for Skubal. So I have him, now, and then hopefully I can sign him later, or I can just have enough confidence where I keep developing Sprout, I keep developing Tong, and then the second this guy hits free agency, I can guarantee that no one's going to pay him more money than me.
Right, and then I'm going to have him and McClain and Sprout and Tong and Peterson and Minai and all these guys.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So that's the luxury you have of being one of these teams, and for whatever reason, it just doesn't feel like the Yankees want to function that way.
Well, because they don't. It doesn't feel like it. They don't. They told you. You heard it from the owner yesterday. They don't want to be doing this.
Well, but it's amazing to me, though, that they get themselves into free agency, and then they're confused as to what free agency is all about. The whole point of free agency and guys getting in the market is because you're going to have to overpay. It's the reality of free agency.
And I wonder if you can keep overpaying because we don't know what this next offseason is going to bring. Can you still pay like that? Is there going to be some kind of a cap? Is there going to be some kind of a floor? You don't know that those guys will be so readily available starting next offseason. You don't know.
No, you don't know, right? And, I mean, it's why – and as a player, you don't know, right? What the new rules are going to be. It was the same thing, I mean, kind of with the whole with the NHL, right? When they started doing the new CBA talks, it's well, if I don't get a deal done now, year-wise, what's it going to be? Is it going to be less years now?
Right.
So, you don't exactly know. So,
I would think guys would. I would think.
Well, I also think to RJ's point, forget the players for this for a second. Just the Yankees, you may lose half a season. Who knows how much a season you're going to lose? Because I got to imagine the whole salary cap conversation is going to be a big piece of this, and there's going to be players that want it and players that don't want it. There's going to be owners that want it and owners that don't want it. So it's going to be a fight. How long the fight lasts, I don't know. But do you want to, you could, in a worst-case scenario, you could lose a whole year of Aaron Judge just because there's no baseball.
You could. And Garrett Cole.
So now what?
You come back with 35-year-old Aaron Judge.
Yeah, that's
why you would think that teams would kind of go more all-in this year because you don't know what the future holds. You don't know how long you're going to miss. You don't know if there's going to be a 2027. You don't know anything.
Yeah, especially when you have the best. I mean, especially when you have, the best player in baseball. Aaron Judge is just getting, you don't feel like it could get better, and then he hits 330.
He's phenomenal, but he doesn't win, and he hasn't won.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, look what he just did in the postseason.
I'm not blaming him, but he hasn't won. I promise you, and we'll get to calls in a second. I promise you, he retires. He hasn't won a championship. That will stick with him with the Yankee fans. I promise you.
Hey, I don't think you're wrong. I don't think it's fair, but I don't think you're wrong.
It's not fair. It's absurd. Well, Jeter won so much. Well, look what Jeter had around him.
I know. Look at the pieces around him. I mean, the one that last year I think would probably be one of those ones that you looked at though and were like, hey, what happened? When Soto and Stanton, these guys were playing at a high level and you were nowhere to be found. That's the one that would hurt. That one hurts, but
I think whenever you don't win and you're that level of player, it hurts. And I think in the future that one will hurt badly. But I mean, he's been unbelievable for the Yankees.
It's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate that he finally has that postseason that everyone was waiting for, and the pieces around him
failed him.
Yeah,
you're right. Let's go to a couple calls, and we'll get to RJ's stuff you missed. Let's go to Robert in Manhattan. Robert, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Good morning, fellas. How y'all doing?
Good. What's up, buddy?
Not much. I'm just real happy that we got rid of Brandon Nemo, man. They should have got rid of him 2 seasons ago.
Well, then you're probably pretty unhappy that they signed him to the long-term deal to begin with, I would guess.
No, man. I just wish they'd never signed him for a long-term deal. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's what I just said. Thanks for the call, Robert. Yeah, I completely understand what you're saying. Right? Like, you probably were unhappy they signed him to that deal. No. I kind of wish they never signed to that deal.
Yeah, right.
Let's go to James in Lake Grove. I'm thinking you'll be better. Good morning, James. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, good morning, guys. So I have a question. I don't know if it's against the collective bargaining agreement or rules with agents and teams, but why doesn't the team just reach out to Scott Boras, who controls Bellinger and Pete, and go, hey, here's $270 million over 4 years. You figure it out. Make sure both guys are happy. I don't know if it's ever happened before, but I feel like that would work.
You can't give them like a blank check and let them just divvy it up among themselves. That won't work.
Well,
yeah, I don't think it usually works that way.
4 years anyway. Why not say
right, but
270 over 4, break it up and be happy?
Right, but here's the thing, though, is I think there are situations where there is, we'll call it Pete, for example, and then there's a lower tier player that you could somehow work into a situation like that where it's like, hey, you guys want Pete, have Pete, sign for this, and we'll do it as long as you take my other client with it. Right?
Sure, but you're not saying here's $270 million, divvy it up among the way
you're not.
See
but
fit.
You're also not taking two guys that are at the top of the market, right? Like, I mean, Bellinger right now, and I think Alonso's going to have a pretty good market too compared to what he had last year. Like, you're talking about guys that are like top of the market guys that are going to have other teams that are willing to pay. Where it's like you can give me an ultimatum. Here's the money. You split it. Yourself. No, we're not doing
you
that.
You guys figure it's like an allowance.
No,
you guys figure it out. RJ.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
That's nice to hear. This is it for you.
This is it.
I'm going to miss you tomorrow.
I will miss the three of you as well. But we'll be back
sad.
together again.
Well, I know, but not till next month. Not till post-Thanksgiving, though.
A lot will change between now and then.
There's something fun about that last day before Thanksgiving show.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
It could get wild tomorrow. Who knows?
I'm with Bauer here. Who knows?
He can be very rebellious.
Now, what happens? Because Bauer usually sends us a text and says, "Guys, I'm here. Do you want some food?"
No, he's going to pick up Starbucks. Who's going to pick up my Starbucks now?
Therein lies the problem, I think.
I'll have to leave.
No, who's filling in for Bauer in the next show? There's your answer.
Probably Joe Leo.
You need Joe Leo to text you and say, "Hey, what kind of?"
Yeah, but Joe Leo's not nearly as reliable as Bauer is.
Oh, I think Joe Leo is very reliable.
Yeah, because Joe Leo would just stand in the studio with his arm, just stand there. You guys want me to make my picks this year or what?
Listen, you can badmouth Joe Leo all you want. I will not do that.
That was tough what you did to Joe Leo.
I got to tell you right now, I didn't do it to Joe Leo. Dave did it to Joe Leo.
What did I do?
Might have been the most uncomfortable situation I've ever been in.
That situation?
The most uncomfortable.
Of all the uncomfortable situations you've ever been in your life, that was the most.
I didn't know what to do. It was wild how awkward that was. He was just standing there.
Bonsky. He was just standing there. He's like, with his arms folded for like 10 minutes.
And then
he was loitering.
Then he asked the question, and you just didn't say anything.
I didn't know what to say.
Dave was just pretending like he was doing something.
What am I? He's like, hey, guys, listen, my picks will be available. I can come on the show and give them on a weekly basis. So I do find it interesting that Brooklyn is now considered a Western Coast team.
It's technically a road game.
It's still a road game. So
I ride with Joe Leo. And Dave was like, yeah.
I don't know. You know what? Should I have brought him into the picks?
No,
and then you'd be like, how could you do that?
No, I just didn't.
You were just looking for someone to blame is what you wanted.
No, there wasn't a right answer. That was just one of those spots where there's real no right answer.
It's his fault that he put that awkwardness around it.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just trying to help you.
Yeah, I probably should have taken him up on it. I should probably call him after the show today.
He just coach you through.
By the way, I'm making my picks tomorrow. I don't care what
you're not.
You three do. Oh, I am.
We had a team meeting without you. And
that's fine.
It's illegal to make picks tomorrow.
I can make my picks tomorrow.
No, you can't. They won't be accepted.
I'm making my picks on the show tomorrow.
I'm just telling you, they won't be accepted.
RJ, what do you mean they won't be accepted?
You know what's going to happen though? He's gonna get backing from John, who's going to overrule all of us.
No, I make the decision. If
you
make your
because
picks
the segment's a fun, entertaining segment.
It's an 0-3.
No, that's not fine. You know what? Forget it. Just how about this? I'll just look at the games right now and I'll pick whatever jumps off the page.
So instead of tomorrow, you're going to do it right now.
Well, no, let me look at the games.
I don't know how that solves the problem.
All right. Ravens -7, Titans +6.5, and
great.
Colts -4.5. There you go. Done. Thanks.
Unacceptable. We're not taking
Great.
them.
So I can't make my picks tomorrow?
Nope.
I need a John ruling.
No, John's not. This is our show.
John's the
ruling.
boss.
No, he's not.
What do you mean he's not?
Not of the picks, he's not.
John is the boss of the whole
RJ,
thing.
No, RJ is the boss of the picks.
And RJ, you said picks. So how are we doing picks, RJ?
We've never made picks that early. Well, you know what the problem is? You guys set the standard because you're such diligent workers. We always work those days, so it was never a problem.
Well, not this year.
Because you got lazy.
Because I got lazy?
Yeah, you got lazy.
You know what? You want to work Friday?
I'll work tomorrow and Friday.
Well, you're working tomorrow.
Thursday.
You want to work Thursday and Friday now?
I'll work it.
They got the ass man is filling in for us.
So I'm going to need multiple comp days, but I'll work it.
This is a scary game of chicken you guys are playing.
No.
Let's work Friday. You want to work Friday?
No.
Uh-huh.
If I'm not going to work Thursday, I'm not going to work Friday. Why?
You want to work both? You want to work? Let's work every day. Let's work Saturday, Sunday, you name it.
Now you're getting crazy. Now you're getting crazy.
See, but I think he would do it.
I want to make picks tomorrow. I should be allowed to make my picks tomorrow.
He would do it, and he'd have to explain to Sherry, what do you mean you're working Saturday? Why are you working Saturday?
Spite.
They wouldn't let me make my picks on Wednesday, so now I'm working Saturday.
Why are you working this weekend? Out of spite? Fine.
I mean, if we'd have to make our picks on Saturday, then
I'll make my picks whenever you want me to make my picks.
Listen,
Between these guys colluding and me not being able to make picks before Thanksgiving holidays, it's disgusting.
in our private chat that we have outside of you, we'll decide whether or not you can make your picks tomorrow.
Good. You know what? Take me out of the main chat. I don't care.
You keep trying to leave.
That's right, because I don't enjoy it. But how about this? I just got a text from someone at work. Rick is bullying you. You should all make the picks tomorrow.
No, we're not.
Yeah,
all
you're
making
a
picks tomorrow.
bully.
Sounds like
What
that
you are.
person's trying to bully us.
That person's an idiot. Is
No,
too many
wow,
picks.
idiot. That's a
there's-
great person.
No,
You're
it's
a
an idiot.
big bully.
Tell me who it is, and I'll call him an idiot right to his
No,
face.
I will not, because I have sources, and I'm not willing to reveal my sources.
Your source has no idea what they're talking about. You
Okay.
can't make picks for Sunday on Wednesday.
Oh, God forbid.
No, we've already set the rule because there are plenty of times. that
How
I
are
see it
picks going to be revealed then? What's going to happen?
on Twitter, on our page?
All right. RJ, that's what we're doing? We're just going to reveal them on Twitter?
Listen, if we want to have that much of a further discussion, we can do so. But as of now, yes.
No,
Yeah.
that's great.
I mean, you always want to
Run
be
out of time to have that discussion.
pain in the butt. Always.
I'd like to make my picks tomorrow. But
Okay, you know
whatever.
what? You make your picks whenever you want. Make them now.
No, can I make them
I don't
tomorrow? I don't want the stress of having to worry about Thursday,
It is
Friday.
9:26.
Can I make a Thursday game on Friday? Can I do that as well?
No, listen.
Oh, no.
You're killing RJ's segment right now. Killing
I don't
it.
care.
Stabbing it to death.
Yeah, we know.
Right in the neck, right in the jugular.
It's so selfish.
RJ,
can
you want
do
to
your
do your
segment,
stuff you
please?
missed?
Now,
Walk up three-pointer. He got it. See ya. Score! Put it in the box.
the you missed.
By the way, the accusations of collusion did not go unnoticed. 13 times Raymond and I have picked the same game this season. Care to guess how many wins out of 13 we have?
5.
4. So
That's not the point. The point is there's clear and obvious collusion.
You should want us to collude.
How many picks have we made?
36.
Yep.
And you've had that many picks? You had, what,
Yeah, it's
13
disgusting.
picks?
It's criminal.
Oh, my goodness.
You're
that's
like
a lot of
Dillinger,
picks.
the two of you.
Yeah, Dillinger.
It's working really well.
Yeah, who gets caught with the money and arrested regularly.
You're just not a good criminal.
Right.
Clearly
You
not.
should be rooting for this.
You're like the D.B. Cooper of football pickers.
That is what
It's the airplane guy, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That is what I call myself. Knicks, they beat the Nets last night. Nets are not very good. 113-100. Cat went for 37 and 12, big double-double. And the 2-win Nets are still at 2 wins. Jalen Brunson at 27. 12th straight time Knicks have beaten the Brooklyn Nets, who are 0-8 at Barclays. That's the way to treat the home crowd.
It's good home court.
By the way, watch out for the Pistons. 13th straight win. Ties their franchise record. They are 15-2.
Jeez.
Usually
I'm not worried about the Pistons. I'm not even worried about the Pistons.
Normally 15-2 would be
Who
good
said
enough.
that?
You said that.
I said that?
Yeah, you said that.
Well, you vanished.
Everyone's vanished.
No, you vanished. You're gone.
Yeah, he is gone.
Yeah.
It's been taken. Oh, he's back.
Welcome back.
Normally 15-2 would be good enough to have the best record in the league through 17 games, but
Nope.
Thunder have 1 loss.
They're a wagon.
Tyler Hero back last night as he made a season debut with the Miami Heat. They beat the Mavericks. Hero had 24 in the win. And Chauncey Billups, very odd sight, seeing him walk out of a courtroom, but he enters a not guilty plea with his mafia-related poker scheme with.
You see how much his
is up to 20 years in prison.
Yeah. You see how much his bail was?
$5 million.
Yeah. I mean, this is serious business.
Well, somehow he's going to have to prove that he was just there and didn't know what was going on.
Okay.
I don't know how that's possible, but I would imagine that would be the strategy.
Good time to transition to some college hoops out in Vegas. St. John's, close one against Iowa State. Johnny's now 3-2. They get Baylor today. That's on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app. Coverage at 4:40. Tip off at 5. Number 3, Houston. They needed overtime. Syracuse was frisky yesterday, but Houston wins by 4. And number 20, Tennessee blows out Rutgers by 25. Nice win for Seton Hall. They take down number 25, NC State, 85-74. And latest AP top 25 is out. Arizona jumps up to number 2 behind Purdue. Football, Niners take care of business. Not great quarterback play on both sides. Brock Purdy, 3 interceptions. Bryce Young, 2 interceptions, 5 combined. Niners win 20-9. A lot of injuries to tell you about, especially some quarterbacks. So apparently J.J. McCarthy got on the plane back from Green Bay and reported symptoms of concussion-like symptoms, and he's now in concussion protocol.
I have a bad comment. I have a really bad comment. I'm going to keep it to myself, but I may say it to you guys during the break.
Sounds like Joe Burrow. Sounds like that's happening on Thanksgiving night against the Ravens. By the way, Lamar, as Mel alluded to earlier, dealing with a toe injury now. So there's 3 separate injuries he's battling through.
Well, watching game 1 against the Bills where they couldn't get to him and he was so elusive, and now watching him now, it's like 2 different quarterbacks.
It really was. It really was. Isaiah Pacheco also targeting a return on Thanksgiving against Ray's Dallas Cowboys. Update on Baker Mayfield, MRI, no additional damage to his shoulder, but his status unknown for Sunday against the Cardinals. Jaden Daniels still has an elbow injury. He's working through, hopes to practice in some capacity this week, but sounds like he's still a long shot to play. Shedeur Sanders going to start about those against those Niners I told you about earlier. That game on Sunday. That game I'm nervous about. Niners-Browns, that gives me all...
Well, that
weird.
Browns defense is serious.
That gives me a lot of weird vibes. I don't feel great about that at all. And some good news I'll tell you about. Former Brown legend Bernie Kosar, discharged from the hospital, had a successful liver transplant. So that's good to hear. Patriots optimistic that their left tackle has been so good for them, Will Campbell. That right knee injury will not keep him out for the remainder of the season. And little hockey, Devils extended their home point streak to start the season to 9 games, 4-3 win against the Wings. Rangers ended a 4-game losing skid. They beat the Blues 3-2 at MSG. Boy, a lot of ESPN New York dignitaries in attendance for this game. Mike Brown's were there. Jefferson there, I heard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I assume his lady friend.
You would assume, yeah.
That's only what I hear.
Have you haven't met her, have you?
Me, no.
Mm-hmm.
No. Shohei Ohtani officially committed to play for Japan in the World Baseball Classic. And a good day to be Warren Schaefer. Who's that, you might wonder? He's a manager of the Rockies. He lost 119 games last year, but he's back.
That's nice.
And that's it.
Oh, good. That's good news for him and his family.
Very happy.
Could I also mention quickly, in case you missed it, I said it earlier in the show, Portledge, varsity boys and girls hockey last night. Both wins. Girls 3-2. Max Ziegler, who I work out in the gym, she had the game winner. And then boys, 5-2 win. I got my guy Alex scored. I had Dylan scored a goal. And then we had Yanni with a hat trick.
Yanni scored
night.
3.
Yanni had 3.
Wow.
Yanni Gord.
Nice turnout, too. Big turnout.
Really?
Palms. Oh, yeah.
Like 10,000?
I don't know if it was that many, but it was...
at least 8.
Big turnout.
School was fired up.
Nice. I'm sure. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
By the way, do you have another FanDuel you want to?
Of course I do.
Let us know about.
You want to do some parlays, some Thanksgiving?
Oh, some turkey leg parlays.
All right into one little giant little delicious nugget. Well, here you go. I think you're going to like this. So this Thanksgiving, FanDuel's introducing a brand new way to build a parlay together. It's called Pass the Leg. And here's how it works. You start with a group build, add your pick, then you pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. When everyone's done, each locks in their group parlay with their own funds because football is always better when it's played and bet together. To make it even better, so if better, now we go even better, everyone gets a 50% profit boost token to use on their build. So grab your crew, start your build, and get into the action this Thanksgiving with Pass the Leg. Visit FanDuel.com/Rick to get started. FanDuel, play your game. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
You done?
Don't even say you're done. You know it's done.
I don't want to jump you. You done?
When I give the number, you know it's done.
Okay. That was beautiful. Just beautiful.
You're
Let's
a
break.
real
Come back. Little Knicks, send me your calls, 800-919-3776. DNR with you, ESPN New York. All right, for one final time on the Tuesday of Thanksgiving week, let's see what's happening on the roads with our Debbie Duhane.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Rick. Hey, it's Thanksgiving week. Things are getting busy. It's a gridlock alert day today. Alternate side parking in effect. Watch for delays in Brooklyn right now on the outbound Gowanus right past the Prospect. It's an accident. One lane blocked over in Queens. Van Wyck south at Hillside Ave. Construction in the right lane. Troubles right now in Jersey on the Garden State Parkway. Garden State Parkway south at 148 in Bloomfield. A disabled vehicle. And problems on the Hutch north at Weaver Street in Scarsdale. Accident with injuries. Sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. PCADevZone.org. I'm Debbie Duhame, 880 ESPN, New York.
Score or win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
The Association on Aging in New York is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Older Americans Act, which funds vital programs for millions of older adults. Services include meals, transportation, home care, Medicare counseling, case management, and caregiver support. Today, people are uncertain whether some programs remain available. We can help. To learn more about these essential programs and how to keep them, visit our website at agingny.org. Sponsored by the Association on Aging in New York.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
Your fantasy roster is set. The Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the weather first, before wearing face paint to the game.
Bro, your Go Cats is dripping into your nachos.
Oh, and now paint is in my eyes.
Interception! Did you see that?
No!
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The 14th-ranked St. John's Red Storm faces Baylor in the Players Era Festival in Vegas. Coverage begins today at 4:10 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York, as we roll along on the Tuesday, right before Thanksgiving. And I have something to tell you, and it's very important. Game Time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, that's exactly when it's Tully time. 5 o'clock, St. John's takes on Baylor out in Vegas, and that's a game you can hear on 1050 ESPN. And that's Game Time brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. I think we get to some calls. That's what I think we do. What do you think about
time. It's about time. You won't shut up all 3 hours.
Me?
It's just, talk. It's unbelievable.
I can remedy that very easily.
I can't even get a read in.
Well, because you yammer on with your reads.
It's part of the.
Oh, now I got more. I didn't finish it yet. Well, if you read at a normal pace, for God's sakes, you're like a rabbi giving a sermon. I mean, just read. I had tutorials. Brown shirt taught me how to read. Just read.
You act like I'm ad-libbing on the reads, like I'm adding copy.
I mean, who takes breath like that? Like, part 2, the disclaimer.
Hey, don't blame me. You know what? Blame Brounger. He's the one that put me through. It's a 30-minute class, okay?
You love school.
You know, I can't lie.
You can't get enough classes and tutorials and schooling.
I can't lie. Listen, I love to learn.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Jose in Connecticut. Jose, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, good morning, guys. Man, I want to talk Mets, but before that, you guys talking turkey. So for everybody that like thinks turkey is like disgusting or dry or tasteless, you got to spatchcock your turkey. If you
What?
do that,
Yes.
You never heard of spatchcock?
Spatchcock.
Basically, you almost cut. Yeah, you basically
cut the spine. You cut the spine out.
Yeah, and then you can get the seasoning inside. You can it's delicious. Look it up. You can get the seasoning and butter under the skin. Hey, and it's faster.
You tell Dave to spatchcock the turkey, and you walk in, and he's on the counter with the turkey.
You're like American Pie.
Yeah.
What am I doing with the turkey?
That's a happy turkey.
That's funny, man. But yeah, if you look it up, it's delicious. Ever since my wife did that, that's the only way we eat it. But talking Mets, I mean, I'm one thing we haven't heard touched on as much is Edwin Diaz. I'm worried about them not bringing him back because I saw some of the alternatives that have been floated around is like bringing in Devin Williams and Roberto Suarez, who's 3 years older than Diaz. So why is Stearns not willing to give him more than 3 years to replace him with a guy that would be 3 years older than Diaz already? So I don't know what you guys think about that. And closers, you don't know how they're going to do in New York. So I think that's why you got to keep Diaz. Closers don't age. And just want to know what you guys think about that.
He wants a 5-year deal, and he wants over $100 million. So I get it. He's been awesome. I'd be thrilled to have him back. I just think you have to explore all your options. I think he'll be back, though.
Yeah, it sounds like, of the two, Diaz or Alonso, it sounds like there's probably a better chance that Diaz stays with kind of, Pete's. I just don't know how many years Pete wants. Right? Naylor just goes for 5 years. We heard that Pete wanted 7.
Right. Well, Martino said yesterday on K when I was listening to it, he said there's no way the Mets would go to that extent.
I can't go 7.
No, there's no way. He said he doesn't think they'd go 5.
You might not have a choice. I don't think Stearns would go 5, but are we getting into another one of those situations where it's, the owner steps in at the last minute and is like, let's just give him another year. If we're going to give him 4, let's give him 5.
Maybe.
I don't know. It doesn't feel like Stearns really wanted Pete last year.
But do you want your owner to jump in the 11th hour and say we want to pay this guy more? Like, isn't that kind of neutering the general manager?
Not necessarily. It may feel like that way, but I think as long as the understanding is that, whatever money you decide on your own that you want to spend, it's not going to prohibit me from spending it somewhere else. Like, that's the only time that becomes a real issue.
Right, is if you keep Alonso, now you're not allowed to have this other guy, then that's a real problem.
Right, or if the other thing you're concerned about is by that point, like by year 5 or year 4 and year 5, you don't feel comfortable with him playing first base, and now he's strictly going to be mostly a DH guy.
You're not going to. If you sign him to a 4 or 5 year deal, by the time he's 34, 35 years old, he's not a good first baseman now. How can you possibly tell me he's going to be a good defensive first baseman in 5 years?
Well, not when you're talking about run prevention and everything else you keep talking about, but I'm saying, are you okay with now having a situation similar to the Yankees? Where I don't think it's going to be nearly as bad as Stanton is, where he just doesn't, he can't play the field at all. I'm sure you could find ways to, get Pete to play first base on a limited basis, but do you want someone on your team that's mostly a DH?
I think I'm okay with it.
Yeah, but you're not the one building the team. Would you rather have that, you have the ability to kind of put guys in as they need rest and everything else?
Right, and use that as a kind of a mini day off spot. And at that point, how old is Lindor going to be? Probably going to need some time at DH.
I just know you have to. If you're going to lose, you're going to have to find a way to replace that production. You have to, and I just don't know where you're getting it.
Let's go to Edgar in Bloomingdale, our buddy. Good morning, Edgar. How are you?
What's up, guys? Before I start, you got to make the picks tomorrow, man. I need your picks. How about if Thursday? I need to know if KC, Dallas. I need the picks tomorrow.
Yeah,
you guys are very helpful.
Edgar, you can take up.
How is Dave very helpful? Explain to me how Dave's picks are very helpful for you.
You go the other way.
I go the other way. I use your picks. Elite Roux recipe on the gravy there, Dave. Rick. Sorry, on your part. Very nice.
Thank you.
Okay, I see KC and Dallas as like a playing game. Winners in the playoffs, losers out. How do you guys see it?
I wouldn't go that far. I think Kansas City can lose
game,
that
though.
game and still find their way in, but it's a massive game.
And since RJ didn't give you a food cuddle, marry, trash, I'll give you a food cuddle, marry, trash before I go. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if you've had coquito before.
I don't know what
that is.
It's
a creamy coconut rum drink. Ray could explain to you guys.
Why are you hang on. Why are you so hysterical? Because I never had Corito?
No, just how you say
Coquito. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry.
It's a delicious coconut cream drink. He'll explain. Pernil or flan? Cuddle, marry, trash.
Oh, they've never had any of them.
I have. You brought in Pernil.
Bad name. How dare you say I've never had any
Paella.
of those? I've had all three of those, as a matter of fact.
Stop with that. I'm going to marry the flan. I'm going to cuddle the pernil, and I would trash the Carico, whatever it is, because I don't know that.
Oh my God.
Name.
I don't know what that is. I'd marry the flan for sure. I don't even think that's a question.
You've had Carico?
Jeez. Raymond, can you please tell him what it is, please? Thank you.
Coquito. Say like coconut.
Coquito.
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 I'll take a taste of your mom's flan.
Oh my God. We've got the trifecta now.
Yeah, I'll cuddle that. I'll trash the pernil. Thank you.
Coquito.
I don't know what that is.
That just happened.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and we got more to do. It's DNR with you, ESPN.
Paella.
The 14th ranked St. John's Red Storm faces Baylor in the Players Era Festival in Vegas. Coverage begins today at 4:10 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
1 in every 6 men is likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer in his lifetime. That's why New York Presbyterian wants to remind men over 50 to book a prostate cancer screening. A simple blood test is all it takes. It could save your life. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester at locations near you. Schedule your annual prostate cancer screening today at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Murray to the net. Score!
The New York Islanders are back in action with a brand new theme night schedule you won't want to miss. Bring your friends out for the holidays and take home a custom holiday replica jersey or arrive early for special bobblehead giveaway nights for Matt Barzell and Bo Horvat.
Barzell for Horvat. Score!
Explore the full theme night schedule at NewYorkIslanders.com.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/JOY.
Hockey fans and holiday shoppers, check out Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from the NHL shop. Tuesday, December 2nd at Hudson Yards, Manhattan West Plaza. They'll be talking all things hockey.
It's hockey, man.
The excitement of the season, and joined on-site by Rangers legend Mark Messier. It's all powered by Game 7 brands, bringing you closer to the action than ever before. Don't miss Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg live from the NHL shop, Tuesday, December 2nd.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. During the commercial break, you know what I consumed? A beautiful coquito. Oh, and it was delicious.
I had no chance you did that.
No. The semifinalists for the Football Hall of Fame are out, which I believe is 26. Some newcomers on the ballot. Drew Brees, who you got to figure is going to be first ballot, right?
Yep.
Phillip Rivers.
No.
Eli Manning is back. Obviously not for the first time, but he's back as far as the semifinalist is concerned. Frank Gore. Frank Gore's got to be a Hall of Famer, no?
I think so.
He's got like the second or third most rushing yards in the history of the NFL.
Yeah, I think it's just a question as to whether or not he's going to be a first ballot.
This guy, definitely first ballot, I would think. Larry Fitzgerald.
Yep.
Jason Witten is the only tight end up. You think he's a Hall of Famer?
Jason Witten was a pretty damn good tight end, man.
But all these guys are pretty damn good.
I know. That's a better question for Raymond.
Raymond's going to, I would bet you a kidney Raymond's going to be like, of course, Jason Witten.
He should absolutely be a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's not even a question.
It's not even a question. Ray wouldn't even entertain that.
All right, so you're saying first ballot. So, I mean, if Drew Brees is a first ballot, Larry Fitzgerald's a first ballot, you think that Jason Witten's going to be a first ballot.
That's
and then
three.
I got finalists like Terrell Suggs. I got
Yep.
Luke Kuechly was a finalist.
Frank Gore.
I got I got Fred Taylor last year was a finalist. I got three receivers. I mean,
you know what? Another one too. And granted, this position is not as sexy as other
Vinatieri
positions.
should have been a first ballot.
Who?
Vinatieri should have been a first.
That's
ballot.
what I'm saying. Like if Adam Vinatieri is not a first ballot slam dunk, has to go into the Hall of Fame, then why even have the kicker position available?
Right, but there's four right there because I think Vinatieri should get in.
And you don't think Rivers gets in, right?
No, I think
I don't think Eli's going to get in either. I will tell you this: that if Eli doesn't get in, it will annoy me. If somehow Phillip Rivers gets in before Eli Manning gets in, I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah, but that can't happen.
You say that.
I know I say that, but I mean, come on. I mean, and remember last year too was the conversation with Dion and too many people were getting in, so they made a point last year. We'll see how much that changes this year. I mean, you look at some of these names, though, especially the ones that were finalists already.
What I never liked about the Pro Football Hall of Fame is that you had to have a minimum of 4. I don't understand that. If you're not now, you're worthy of getting 4. I think that this class is deserving of that. But if 4 guys don't deserve to get in, too bad. 4 get in.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
Well, that seems ridiculous. No,
it does.
Like you got into the Hall of Fame only because it was a bad year.
Well, but you also want. I mean, how good is the celebration if it's like one person?
Okay, but if one person deserves to get in, listen. Guys deserve to get in. Brees should get in. Fitzgerald will get in. Ray thinks Witten's going to get in. Vinatieri should get in. So you're going to get 5, 6, 7. That's fine. But you're going to put 4 in just because 4 have to go in? That's not right.
No, it's not right. But I will say, I mean, of the Hall of Fames, like how football does it, as far as it's not simple as here's a ballot, you vote. It's that you have someone that states states the case.
I love it,
and you can go back and forth. I think is better.
I like that as well. I do.
I mean, Darren Woodson should be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. The thing is, every single person on this list is a great player. Every single one of them. And now you define, like, are they Hall of Fame worthy or
right.
not?
It's not it's not a Hall of Great.
No. I agree. It's a Hall of Fame. It's the best of the best of the best. But we're going to go through another year where Eli's not going to get in, and we're going to take calls and how upsetting and distressing and all that is, and it's going to bother me.
Yeah, listen, the idea, like you just said, and it was such a good point, because it frustrates me with baseball too, where it's like, Andrew Jones. There are different, it's not just a Hall of Fame based on offensive stats. Like, the defense is a huge part of the game. We just sat here and spent how many minutes talking about the Mets trying to win a championship and talking about run prevention. And you got maybe the greatest defensive center fielder of all time. Not in the Hall of Fame. Vinatieri's. I mean, if I asked anybody right now, you needed one kick for your life, who are you picking?
Right. The guy kicked, okay, he had longevity. He had accuracy. He's awesome in the biggest moments. Like, I almost feel like if you were going to, like, from scratch, build a great field goal kicker, it would be Vinatieri. And yet, somehow, he didn't get into the Hall of Fame last season.
Which makes no sense.
None.
Right? It's for the greatest at what they do. Well, kicker's a position. It's an important position. Like the tuck rule game isn't a big deal if Vinatieri doesn't go out in the snow and make that kick, right?
That's
no one's
right.
even talking about if he misses the kick.
That's right. That's a non-issue. And then maybe the whole Patriots dynasty doesn't even get going if he doesn't make that kick.
He's recognized as the greatest kicker of all time, and he's not a first ballot Hall of Fame.
I mean, right. If I just turned to you, we weren't having this discussion. I said best placed kicker in the history of football. Where would you go?
I'd say Vinatieri.
All right, so give me a break. It is ridiculous. Ray, Ray,
hi there.
How you doing?
I'm processing a lot of what's happened in the last few minutes.
What do you mean?
You'll see.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you ready to do that with the 3 stars?
I think we are.
Oh, let's go.
Today's 3 stars. Number 3.
And again, like I said, I've had to do a lot of adjusting here, so let's just get right to it. Rick, mid-show, just realizing things.
Actually, my right big toe is much bigger than my left big toe. My right toe is like Carlin, and my left toe is like RJ.
Does your right big toe ask you what's working today? Your left big toe is dressed in all red after the Niners' victory.
Yeah, that's something. Honorable mention.
I'm going to marry me.
Very important, very important.
Number 2.
All right. Rick was interrupted for a very, very important update early in the show.
By the way, there's a massive fantasy football game this week.
Am I involved in it?
Oh, there's implications.
From looking at the standings, I believe right now you are clinging to that final wild card spot.
You had a very dishonorable suggestion.
Why don't you lay down for me?
Never.
No, can't do that.
What do I need to do?
You could tip me out.
That's usually just the start, though. We can start with the tip and then see where it goes.
No, because there was an important conversation. You were playing the role of Joe Shane trying to defend your job.
I'm grasping at straws. I don't have any positives.
Because you shouldn't be employed.
Yeah, I can't disagree with any of that.
Number 1.
All right, you opened the show with it. I mean, it's not quite leading into Thanksgiving, but whatever. It's 2 days away. Let's get into it.
You can feel Thanksgiving. You can taste the stuffing and the gravy. You taste that? You smell that? That's not what The Rock is cooking.
No.
That's what every person around this country is starting to make the beautiful Thanksgiving dinners. I can't wait.
Yeah, you know who else can't wait? Mel Kiper. Count him among those people.
I'm a gravy freak, guys.
That's right. And it doesn't just stop at Thanksgiving.
Do what you want on Christmas, whether it's crab cakes or whatever you want to do. I want a river of gravy.
It's not all you want.
Have a really happy Thanksgiving, Mel.
Whipped cream and gravy. What would life be without it?
Yeah, what would life be without?
I don't know if you've had coquito before.
I don't know what
that is.
It's
a creamy coconut rum.
Say that again?
Why are you so hysterical? Because I never had Carrito?
One more time.
You've had Carico?
One more time. It's coquito. I'll try and see if I can get my hands on some for you.
I got it now, Ray. Coquito.
There you go.
There I go. It's Rule 76.
No excuses to play like a champion. It's DiPietro Rothenberg. And
Happy Thanksgiving, RJ.
right here on ESPN New York and on YouTube.
You've had Carico?
Whether you're shopping, gaming, or streaming this Black Friday season, don't take slow for an answer. Get Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com to switch. Act now and get a full year of Netflix, an unlimited mobile line, a $400 prepaid card, and more, all on us. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back.
I'm injury attorney John Ryan D'Agostino.